Here we go, folks. I said that I'll be on at 12. I'm on. I'm here. Let's do it. Turn your lights down low. On time. On time. Yeah. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's a wonderful day. It's a lovely day today. It's a day that we must talk. We have a lot to talk about. I had to play the song because of what occurred last night. Y'all see what happened. Don't ask me. Don't act like y'all wasn't here and we had to watch it together. Don't act like we never had to watch this whole thing together. How you do? How are you, folks? Don't act like. Don't act like. Don't act like. Faith is a substance. I'm live today because apparently we had some dealings last night. Everybody has different mixed emotions. And so I want to know. This is what I will want to know. Are you happy? Let's start here, son. Are you happy? Are you happy that Anthony is home? Faith is a substance. Welcome in. Let me welcome everybody in this morning. Are you happy this morning, this afternoon? Are you happy that Anthony is home? The marriage has been reconciled, whether you like it or not. You have to accept it. Are you happy? Angela Atkinson, welcome to the chat. Rico DIY, welcome to the chat. Doc Willie, welcome to the chat. Don Uncles, welcome to the chat. Let's see. Goddess London, welcome to the chat. Nikki E, welcome to the chat. Angela, welcome to the chat. Sheila, welcome to the chat. Let's see. One Journey, welcome to the chat. Nanya, welcome to the chat. Mr. Salmon, welcome to the chat. Corletta, welcome to the chat. Angela, welcome to the chat. Angie Paula, welcome to the chat. Goddess London, welcome to the chat. Sharon Davis, welcome to the chat. Kay, welcome to the chat. Sheila, welcome again to the chat. Angela Ross, welcome to the chat. Let's see who else is here. Let's see who else is here. Corletta, welcome to the chat. Joy, welcome to the chat. Is that Mocha Hunters? 317, welcome to the chat. I had to sit down and read that one properly. Tarnisha, welcome to the chat. Fatima, welcome to the chat. Who else? Let me just welcome people first. Agua Verde, welcome to the chat. Faith is a substance, welcome to the chat. Of course, Rebecca, welcome to the chat. Dot Willie, welcome to the chat. Ocean Baby, welcome to the chat. Charmin, welcome to the chat. Chico, 1977, welcome to the chat. Have to. Veronica, welcome to the chat. Okay. Let us have a discussion. Erin Mack, welcome to the chat. Let us have a discussion. Angela, welcome to the chat. Kerry White, welcome to the chat. Let's have a discussion. This happened last night. Let's revisit last night into this morning and then let's talk, because there's a lot of mixed emotions. I know, I've seen the comments. I've been reading people's comments. Overcomer, welcome to the chat. Jen Louis, welcome to the chat. Don Uncles, welcome to the chat. This is what it is. This is where we are. Nancy B. the Scratcher, welcome to the chat. Miss Fox, welcome to the chat. Teresa Long, welcome to the chat. I've been really trying, trying to hold back these feelings for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on. Oh, come on. Woo! Let's get it on. Yeah. Let's get it on. Let's love, baby. Rebecca, welcome to the chat. Let's get it on. Eslin, Francia, Sugar. Woo! Let's get it on. Woo-hoo-hoo. Baby, I'm hot just like an oven. Elizabeth, I need some loving. And Karen, baby, Juanita, I can't hold it much longer. It's getting stronger and stronger, and when I get that feeling, I won't say. So there you are. Just so I could set the mood for you guys this evening. Just so I could set the mood. That's how it occurred. Good afternoon, Ja'ala. K, welcome to chat. Valerie, welcome to chat. Just so y'all get the mood, this is how it happened. Where are you? Jakia, welcome to chat. Big up all moderators and all people who support the channel. All my members of the channel, thank you very much for continuously having your membership and supporting the channel. You are very valued. And you keep the channel alive. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Stephanie, let's go. Where are you guys? Was anything wrong with the lady doing what she did? Was she wrong for giving him some? Mommy, welcome to chat. Was Amber wrong for giving her husband a piece of the pie? There you go. Was she wrong for giving him a piece of the pie? This is where it was. One MR, welcome to the chat. We're going to talk today. We're going to talk. Trust me. We have some time for talk. I'm making sure we voice the opinions out. I wanted to get it out of your system. You saw what happened last night. Rico DIY, welcome to the chat. Let's see what happened. This is how it occurred. Bread has been baked. Sweet said no. People are saying no. Erin Mack, welcome to the chat, Erin. Erin, we love you, Erin. What happened? What happened to Erin? Oh, I see. So Erin Mack has had whatever it is. I see what you mean, Erin Mack. I understand. Don't worry, we're going to discuss it. That's why you come to O'Neill's channel so we can talk, because this is where we're going to do the, what you call it now? We're going to release all of it right here. We're going to speak on it really and truly, very, very honestly. Misty, welcome to the chat. And don't think for 1 second that O'Neal won't talk about it. This is our husband. And she has decided that that's what she wants to do. Kasim, welcome to the chat. Survivor's Hands, welcome to the chat. This is how it was. This is what occurred. The lady took her husband back. And regardless of how we may feel of the gentleman, she take her husband back. This is what we know. Right now, this is what we know. All right. I just wanted to establish fact. Let's establish some facts first, some parameters. I know. Markeisha, welcome to the chat. I know y'all are upset. Aaron Mack, get the wine. Get the wine, Aaron Mack. Get the wine, Aaron Mack. Get the wine. Get yourself the wine. Get it. We're going to be deep diving it. We're deep diving this discussion. Me have a surprise, Puna. Don't worry yourself. That's how big. Me make sure me schedule it from last night because I wanted to make sure when I get on the time. Me know when I was say, O'Neal, where you think, O'Neal, where are you? So we had to. All right. So that happened last night. Okay, I'm not enough said. So I don't need to get into it. That happened last night. This morning, Brittany came by. Brittany's the lawyer. And Brittany has been playing two roles, and which is why Sharonda, welcome to the chat. Sharonda, welcome to the chat. This is why O'Neal says that Brittany can't play both roles, okay? Brittany cannot play both roles as a lawyer and a friend because Amber needs two different types of advice. Amber needs a legal advice and Amber needs a friendly advice. And this is why conflict of interest is a problem. Conflict of interest is a problem. This is exactly why them say, O'Neal, if you are a social worker or a therapist to a client, you cannot be the client's friend because it takes two different lenses that you have to talk to that client. This is why them don't allow conflict of interest because you are not able to separate both parts. And the person will need two different advice. They're going to need a friendly advice and they're going to need, a professional advice. This is why conflict of interest is frowned upon. This is why it is frowned upon. Miss B's Reviews, welcome to the chat. Conflict of interest. Cassandra, welcome to the chat. Cassandra, very important discussion. This is why conflict of interest is a problem. Conflict of interest. So here's a question. Do you prefer Brittany as a lawyer or a friend? Here we go. Let's first start right here. So, do you prefer Brittany as a lawyer or as a friend? Vanswell is giving trouble. KKW Paul, welcome to the chat. Don't worry about Vanswell. K, welcome to the chat. Don't worry about Vanswell. We're going to talk about this equally today. Do you prefer Brittany as a lawyer or as a friend? Because she cannot be both. You can't be the lawyer and the friend at the same time. You will have to choose one. You will have a bias to one. You will. Want to prefer for me? Some people say neither. Both. She can't be both. Elon, she cannot be both. She cannot be a friend and a lawyer at the same time. That's what's happening right here. I think they can make it work with continued counseling. Don't believe Brittany is either. Lawyer. For real, neither of them. N. Gray, welcome to the chat. No, it's not a trick question, NJ. N. Gray, it's not a trick question. It's a real question. Felicia H, welcome to the chat. She can only be one. She just can't be two. Why, O'Neal? Why do you say Brittany cannot be a friend and a lawyer at the same time? Because it causes confusion. Let's go into this.
I am going to see where this goes with my husband. Okay? And you can either be my friend and support me or not. I'm not about to keep going back and forth with you about this. I made my decision.
You're right, Amber. I'm wrong. There is no judgment.
You see that? There is judgment. Looking at Brittany's face is telling me she's unhappy that she has told Amber to do something and Amber is not doing what she has told her. And people get the power of choice. Just like when you tell me before. When you say, O'Neill, people get the power of choice. Let people choose for themselves. I'm going to say, okay, I offer opinions. But it doesn't mean that I'm right. It doesn't mean that I'm right. And I love this topic. Because sometimes we try to be someone's friend, but we're also trying to force them into our positions. And that's what Brittany was trying to do. Force Amber into her position. And you can't do that.
But let me make one thing clear. I don't got it like you. I work hard for everything that I do, and you still gonna pay me. And when Anthony shows you his real intentions, you'll be back to this. So it's all good.
That tells me that she was unhappy. Now, let's really talk about this. Bridget, welcome to the chat. Let's really talk about this. Does O'Neill think that Anthony deserved this chance? I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to say it again on record so you hear. That's why I'm going to wear the t-shirt where me and Nani are bet on. The truth is this. My answer to it is no. I don't think that he has done enough. But even though I think all of this, Amber has a life journey that she has to take. They're bringing the character through a journey. And I think that this is life for you. People go through journeys. Pink Blue, welcome to the chat. I am Marital, welcome to the chat. People go through life journeys. And I don't know a man if I go through in a life journey. David L, welcome to the chat. Eloise, welcome to the chat. I don't know. I can offer up an opinion. I can offer up an advice. But guess what? He has to do this for himself. He has to figure it out for himself. And that's where I'm flagging Brittany. May I flag Brittany because you can't force a friend to do what you're telling her to do. And her response right here so was very terse. And she was neither a lawyer or a friend in this moment. Because if she was a lawyer, she would have just geeked from the lawyer active. If she was a friend, she would have geeked from the friend active. But she couldn't separate the both of them. Nikki, welcome to the chat. Karen, welcome to the chat. Abby, welcome to the chat. I heard what she's saying. People, I hear what Brittany is saying. But the truth is this. The woman want her husband. And no matter what we tell her she want her husband. We have talked for months. You on the Compa O'Neill channel and we talk for months. Me are the first one that tell y'all. Not the first one. But I'm one of the first that tell you, say, guys, I don't trust Anthony. I don't think he's right. Me not give him any grace. Me still not give him no grace. But Amber decides that she wants her husband back. She wants to try to make it work with her husband. Why can't we understand this? Let me read your comments. Let me read your comments. You wanna have we have flag me for? O'Neill is being flagged. O'Neill is being flagged. Should O'Neill be flagged? There you go. O'Neill speak. Wanna say now flag O'Neill. Flag O'Neill. Come now flag O'Neill. Flag. Should O'Neill be flagged? All O'Neill say is him not agree. But the thing is, if the woman want her husband back, me can't tell her not to want her husband back. But them a flag O'Neill. What we do? What did O'Neill do? It seems like we're fighting Amber to take our position, and we can't fight her. This is what y'all told me. This I want to tell me when they say, O'Neill, you can't fight me to take your position. And it seems like that's what we're doing. It seems like we're fighting to take our position. That's what I feel like we're doing right now. Them a flag O'Neill, them a red flag on. Cheryl, welcome to chat. Vanswell, welcome to the chat. Vanswell, regardless of what Amber is trying to do, this is what we know right now. Erin McAdon and them a flag me for Sarah. Welcome to chat. MYM, welcome to chat. I don't know why they're flagging me, but me cannot say anything at all. What me for say? People want me to say other things. Guys, me can't say nothing at all. This is what me preach against anyways. I preach against people destroying your household. If she thinks that the advice being offered is going to destroy her household, then I think I should pull back. The onus is on me to pull back. But Karen, them are flag me, Karen. Karen, they are flagging me. They are flagging me. Mommy says Amber have to make her own decision. Mommy, agree with you. She has to make this decision on her own. Brittany can kick rocks. Okay, after she finishes episode, okay, let's go through it. Because listen, Amber has some friends that we've been watching for a while now, you know. We've been watching them for a while now. We have been watching them. Let's not forget that Brittany asked Amber not to date Kelvin because she was trying to get him. Don't forget those things. Don't forget those things. Y'all come like gonna forget them things there. This is where the advice coming from. Let's go.
I think it's best that you leave.
You think it's best that I leave?
Yes.
The one who's been here for your wife when you were nowhere to be found. Oh no, we know where you were. You was in Jamaica, booed up. You know what I'm saying? Taking Instagram videos.
See, again, this is unnecessary. This is supposed to be a conversation between Amber and Anthony. This is not a Brittany conversation. This was the problem in the first place. This is the problem in the first place. They were too involved in Amber's marriage. Anthony made the problem happen with putting in Dale in their marriage, and then put PR in their marriage, and Sheila to an extent. And Amber put Brittany in her marriage. She put Sheila in her marriage. This was the problem in the first place. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many cooks are in the kitchen. Maybe that's the question we need to ask. Are there too many cooks in the kitchen? This is the question. Are there too many cooks in the kitchen, Charmaine? Amber needs to set boundaries. That's correct. Amber has already told Brittany, this is my decision. I can decide if I want the size 4. She can decide if she don't want the size 14. Y'all said that the man was a size 4. Well, apparently it's more than that. Apparently she never want the size 14. Are there too many cooks in the kitchen? This is the question. Maybe there are too many cooks in the kitchen. Talk to me. Nania says that it's more than size 4. Nania, well, me don't know, but listen to me. She has rejected Wayne and she has chosen Anthony. For the first time, she has rejected Wayne. O'Neal wrong, me have to make a t-shirt. September soon come, I have to make a t-shirt, I have to order the t-shirt. This was the problem in the first place. The friends that were coming.
So you want me to leave now? Tell me, Anthony, before I leave, what are your intentions? You haven't been able to say that.
I don't have to answer to you.
He's correct. Him don't have to answer to her. Him don't have to answer to her. Why are you guys looking on Anthony's hands? You think a man's hands tell you anything? Listen, we don't know how far I've gone. Yes, O'Neal, but Brittany and the others, where Amber was crying with not so. It's hard that they were up with her crying and Anthony was nowhere to be found. Abby, you are correct. You're correct in Abby, but this is funny enough. This is how it always happens. You could have stayed up and cry with a person from now till next week. If she loved the man, she loved the man, and that's what I say. So Brittany can be as upset as you want to be. This is why you can't get too emotionally attached to people's relationship. That maybe is the thing. So maybe the question is this. Should we be emotionally attached to people's relationship? That is the question. Should we be emotionally attached to people's relationship? I think what has happened here is can we be emotionally attached to people's relationship? I don't know the outcome of this. We are in uncharted territory. Only know the outcome. Only has accepted. I don't know the outcome. That's right, Abby. We can't be emotionally attached to people's relationship because you don't know what they're going to do. People are unpredictable. That's why the study of humans is always ever changing. It's ever evolving. We can't get emotionally attached to the people in relationship. And I've just come to understand that that's what the thing is. We can say all these things, but it doesn't matter. It's what Amber wants right now. And Brittany has become emotionally attached. Brittany of all person. Anthony needs to answer Brittany and everyone he lied to. He needs to answer Amber. Erin Mack, he needs to answer to Amber right now. Because it's Amber that's on trial. No one else is on trial except him and Amber. The two of them relationship they're on trial. Erin Mack, it is Malcolm. Welcome to the chat, Malcolm. Brittany is not on trial. Anthony and Amber are on trial with each other right now. They are the ones that need to answer to each other. He doesn't need to answer to Brittany. He doesn't. Even if me ask him, he doesn't need to answer to me either. Amber doesn't need to answer to me. She needs to answer to her husband, and her husband needs to answer to her. When they get married, that's where the answer needs to be. Could he be a dirty dog? Could he leave her? Could he do the most disgusting things? Yes, he could. And then it would be no one else's responsibility but Amber's.
Apparently, you don't have to answer to anybody. Because the last time I checked, you the only person that's looking out for you. Amber's been sitting over here brokenhearted. Shayla ain't winning either because she's sitting over there with a baby and you ain't even trying to be with her. I can't stand Negroes like you.
And we can't stand ladies like Brittany. We've seen how Brittany has rocked. Yet again, it's coming from Brittany that didn't treat Dalen well. That's what I'm saying. This is coming from Brittany. Mommy for the super chat. Amber wanted her marriage even with all that Anthony has done. Amber must now live with her decisions. That's correct. Mommy, me love this. This is her decision. Mommy the super chat, thank you very much. She can live with the consequences of that. I have to give Amber that much grace and that much, what you call it now, autonomy. So we call it in clinical work, we call it autonomy. You must give the client autonomy. You can't tell them what to do. You can give them suggestions. You can give them tools. You can give them tricks. You can give them strategies. But you cannot make the decision for them. Mommy, this is lovely. You can carry the horse to the water, but you cannot force him to drink. Charmian, remember that saying. You can carry the horse to the water, but you cannot force him to drink. This is the saying. There we go. Let me write it in this one. You can carry the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink. There we go.
You ain't nothing but a low-down dirty dog, Anthony. And you know it, just like I know it. Which is why you're looking at me crazy, because I'm calling you out on your crap.
But remember, when they were calling Brittany out, she defended it. She didn't take it. Miss V, welcome to the chat. This is what I'm saying, you know, is the messenger. The message sound good, but are the messenger. Pink Blue, welcome to the chat. As much as Mama Brenda don't like what she was seeing with Anthony, she has stayed out of it. As much as, and Mama Brenda has one of the most neutral points. It's cooking season, welcome to the chat. Suil, welcome to chat, Suil. Mama Brenda is one of the most neutral persons. And Mama Brenda still did not. She still did not intervene. So who is Brittany? Who is Brittany to ride him coattails? If Mama Brenda was not bitter, who is Brittany? Amber's always wanted her marriage and she never was married. She never wavered. Sorry about that. One journey says, Amber has always wanted her marriage and she never wavered. That's correct. Kasim, I agree with you. She's being hypocritical right now. One journey, thank you very much for the super chat. Very hypocritical. Based on what she just went through with Dale and Kelvin, she should have been much better in this. She should have been much better in this. Paula, welcome to chat. Blair, welcome to chat. I'm not supporting Anthony at all. What I support is Amber's decision. In other words, she make her decision, that's her decision. Mama Brenda one of the realest one them, and Mama Brenda never come do all of them stuff here. Anyway.
You know what? You asked me to leave your house. I am gonna leave. Amber, I'm praying for you. Because this Negro is hell in walking form. Have a good day, Lucifer.
It felt like bitterness. This felt like bitterness. It felt like Brittany was very bitter. It felt like she was very bitter and felt like she wanted the divorce. Brittany wanted Amber to divorce more than Amber wanted to divorce. Brittany wanted Amber to divorce. It felt bitter. It never felt like a friend. It felt bitter. If you can't stand Anthony, then you leave. And you tell her, Amber, respectfully, I am your friend. Amber, I am your friend. I don't support Anthony, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to excuse myself. We can still be friends. But we don't support your husband. It could have been done that way. Instead, what happened is that she tried to see if she could force her position on Amber. Again, even though Amber told her, personally, Brittany, it's my decision to make. It's not yours. You had your marriage. You worked on your marriage. You never reconciled your marriage. You never decided that you wanted to keep your husband that you had. You never wanted to keep your marriage. But I'm going to try with mine. You know, think that's the woman's ability to do that. What's wrong with that? Do not talk to me in the comments, man. What is wrong with that? Ferdinand said Amber is afraid to hold Anthony accountable. Is she? Is she? You can love her from a distance. What we get out of this is what I get out of this. It's a circus. What I get out of this is that Brittany is upset that she never get the divorce money. That's what we get out of all of this. We're taking away choice from our friends. We can't take a choice from our friends. I could never come on here and take away choice from y'all. I come on here and I talk and I give opinions. Right? And sometimes people say, oh, Neil, I don't agree. All right, you just not agree. I can give you a position, but you can disagree. You can disagree. What are we saying now? That one person more right than the next? Mommy, you're right. She cares too much what people think. Why she can't try? Why she can't give it a true shot? Why can't Amber give her marriage a true shot? Brittany is upset she never get the divorce money. My take is this. Brittany is upset. Brittany is upset. She did not get the divorce money. Why? Because she looked in Anthony's assets and she saw a lot of money that she wanted, and because she not get a chance to put her hands on Anthony's money, she upset, she vexed. Christopher, welcome to the chat. That's right, Christopher. Of course, Brittany has been speaking for a while now, Veronica. Brittany has been talking for a while now. Charlotte, welcome to the chat. She's salty. Zara, welcome to the chat. Brittany was counting those millions. She wanted the money. You can tell me what you want. Tell me the money she wanted. Rochelle, correct. But guess what? Sometimes I saw it go, your friend are going to be broken. And you can usher her, but you need to be very mindful. The lesson that Brittany was getting, which I don't know if she took it, is to allow people to make them decision. Crystal, if it's truly Amber's best friend, she needs to support her on her decision. That's all me I say. Support the woman on her decision. Wayne told her, Amber, it's Amber's decision. Don't worry. Don't worry about what other people think. Anthony and Amber need to work it out on their own. If it don't work out, then you divorce. What I'm talking about, Engray, is the time is fine. The time is fine, but her Engray Taylor said, what are we talking about? I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, Engray Taylor. Let me pull up back the piece of content again. Let me pull up back why I say the money piece is the piece that Brittany is running with. I'm gonna show you why. I'm going to show you why. Engray Taylor, this is for you. This is for you. Watch this.
To you about this. I made my decision.
You're right, Amber. I'm wrong. There is no judgment. But let me make one thing clear. I don't got it like you.
Why is that necessary? Why was that line necessary? Engray Taylor, that's the line that tells me everything. I don't got it like you. Why that necessary to tell me that? I'll pay you for your time. You don't even tell me that. Listen to that line, Engray Taylor. That is the line that told me that this was about the money for Brittany. The other part might be true, but this was about the money. 1-800-DNA test. Lurline, welcome to the chat. This told me that it was about the money. And so, Engray Taylor, if you spend time, then you bill me. You give me a bill. You don't need to tell me, say you don't have it like me. When you say that, you all of a sudden make it about the money. That's what it becomes. If you're telling me you want paid, well, Amber, well, hey, I can't, hold you over your decision. Well, don't worry, I'll just send you a bill for the time. That's it. That line told me that Brittany wanted something else. That is the line that told me. That's resentment and jealousy. If you tell me so that line not have resentment and jealousy in it. Let me play it back again for you so you can hear it. Let me play it for you so you can hear it.
But let me make one thing clear. I don't got it like you. I work hard for everything that I do. And
so in other words, she's saying Amber don't work hard. Let me tell you how I interpret these lines. I don't got like you, O'Neal. I work hard for all of my money. So in other words, O'Neal don't work hard. And we've seen Amber working. So in other words, Amber doesn't work hard for her money. It just drops out of the sky. They don't work hard for their money. The line was unnecessary. The line told me that it's more about the money for Brittany than the friendship. If it's friendship, Amber, you and I are friends. I support what you're saying, but hey, Amber, you know what? I'm not an Anthony fan, but you know what, Anthony? Tell you what, go ahead and bill me, it's fine. right, if you say so. Ingrid Taylor, if you say so. All right. Dora, welcome to the chat, Dora. MYM, welcome to the chat. Kelly, welcome to the chat. If you say so, all I'm saying is may I show you the lines. And this has been the trajectory of the friends that have been in Amber's life. Angela sent me a footage today. Angela recommended I watch her footage. And I say, you know what, Angela, I'm going to look for the footage. And I want just to play it to you to show you the friends that she has had in her lifetime. These are the people she has always had. These are the people that Amber has always surrounded. The problem, part of the problem Amber has is the people she surround herself with. That's one of the biggest problems Amber is having. Listen to this.
That's the crazy part. Acting like what you did before, while you guys were married, he actually stood up with you by his side. That's crazy. You know what I think you should do about Anthony? You should probably just let him go.
What?
You saw this? These were the friends that she had. She's surrounded by a pit of snakes. That's why I say number one, she need to start listening to the friend them. And number two, if she will try it with her husband, try it with your husband. So you can see him for who he is. Not for who anyone tells you he is. You see how long they might try to make her leave her husband? Do you guys see how long? It's been a while. Yes. Sheila tell her to leave her husband. That is a big problem as well. Anthony's activity is an issue, but I tell you also, say Anthony, you have two things going on. Little by little, they have, listen to me, they have been encouraging this girl to leave the man from a long time and take the divorce thing them. Her cousin come tell her the same thing. Brittany tell her the same thing. Sheila tell her the same thing. They have been trying to get this man's money from a long time, you know. Don't go on like some, don't go on like this is. Listen, guys. Sometimes I think on things that O'Neal now doing research, and O'Neal has been doing. The one thing O'Neal does is the research. Let me see if I can find. You know what somebody suggested, and I'm telling you. Let me hurry up because I'm gonna put it on. Because I want to hear from all of y'all today. I want to come on and you know what I mean. I wanted the session to be a little different. Hold on. Let me see something. Me one moment. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. It's not no Brittany has been working for whatever it is. It's not
Business
no.
checking has always been just checking.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's not no. This is what it's about. It's been about the money, guys. It's been about the money. I'm not stupid. I understand, sure. Yeah, you say you care about Amber, but it's been about the money.
What you want to drink?
Amen. You understand?
Okay, but you just asked me for something to drink and then you don't respond.
I'm sorry because what I'm reading is like really important.
Okay.
Would you like to know what I'm reading?
I guess so. What are you reading, Brittany? You're so weird. What?
It's a really good day for you.
A good day for me. How?
I'm really excited for you, Amber. Girl,
What?
give me your hands. I feel like
Hey.
this is a special day.
You are.
Amber, Anthony's financials just came in.
Okay, so
Anthony has a whole lot more money than you thought.
what?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got money that you didn't really know about, in accounts that you didn't know about, and it's a great thing. Like, you should be really happy right now. You're looking confused, but you need to be doing a dance.
I mean, I just don't understand how this man just...
Do you see this? I'm showing y'all this so you have an idea of this. All right, guys. I'm not saying that Anthony is the best guy in the world. I keep reiterating this because I don't want to get the wrong impression. O'Neal is not here to absolve Anthony of anything. I'm just to remind you that this was what she was surrounding. It is a circus. It definitely is a circus. It definitely is a circus. It definitely is a circus. Definitely is a circus. But anyway, we're gonna do this today. We're going to do this. I've put the link in the chat. I have put the link in the chat. Y'all can come up and talk. I'm gonna let y'all do the thing for yourself. I've put the link in the chat. The link is in the chat. Let me see if I can put it to the top. Let me pin it to the top. That's the link. Let's do this. Let us do this. You get a chance to come vice or not vice. Go ahead. She's been with the snakes for a while now. All me I say is this, guys. All me I say is this. All I'm saying is this. Amber has the ability to choose what she wants to choose. That's the point. She can choose what she wants to choose. Let me see who is coming on. All right, I think this is Rico DIY. Is it Rico DIY? There we go. Give me one moment. Let's see if I can put you up. Let me put you up, Rico DIY. Let's take this down. Give me a moment. Let me get my screen together. Let me get my little screen together. Hold on, Rico DIY. Let me get you in. Let me get you in, Rico DIY. To the right. There we go. Go ahead, Rico DIY.
Hi guys, I'm at a basketball tournament, but I just want to come on to say Brittany, Shayla, Angelina, they all want Anthony's money. When Shayla mom saw the house, she gets so giddy. And that's what she wanted for Shayla. Well, I'm happy that Amber chooses to be with her husband. But at the end of the day, they're husband and wife, and she has to give it a try. So that way, going for the fee, stepped out of bound or do anything wrong, she can says at least I give it a chance, you know?
A fair shot. There we go.
Yeah, she give it a fair shot. That's my take on it. So we're all Team Amber, but the only thing I didn't like last night, he was on his phone, and I saw he he turned the phone over and put it away. So I hope he's really in the up and up with her.
All right.
And whatever Brittany says to him in front of Amber, it's not right, but at least she's have some valid points there because what should I say? The pot calling the kettle black, right? Because she's just as bad as Anthony. And I'm happy that Amber didn't interject herself because that's the elephant in the room, and Amber and Anthony needs to discuss that between themselves. So I wish they had a follow-up skit to show us with the two of them talking. You know what I mean? Having that conversation.
I agree. Me like that. I like the
Yeah, so that's my take on it, yes. So I have to go now. My son is playing in a few minutes, but I will still be online though. All right?
No problem. Stay online. Thank you very much for coming in, Rico DIY. Thank you very much. All
okay,
right,
bye for now.
Bye guys. So no, thank you very much for your opinions. Who next? Who wants to go next? I think you can go next. Rochelle, you can go next. Let me unmute.
Well, my problem is, I guess I'm thinking that maybe they should have showed a skit with the conversation as well, especially when it came to speaking up on the child and how it was going to be dealt with.
When you say they need to show more, what do you mean?
I mean, as far as they should have showed a skit of them at least speaking about the child first, at least having that type of conversation.
Makes sense. Makes sense. In other words, them need to work on the child thing. I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
I can buy that.
And then
I
I
agree
can
with that.
see them getting back together, but it was never addressed as far as handling of the child.
Which makes sense. My question though is the fact that she decided she chosen this. How you feel about that? Because that's what I'm trying to get from people. How do you feel about that? Because I see comments we want to hear from folks.
I mean, I feel like it's her choice,
Mm-hmm.
and she's giving grace, and she is being more forgiving than a lot of women would.
That's what I think
I
too.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
because me personally, I think that's a hard decision and choice.
That's what I said too. I said I wouldn't have gone there, but
So,
hey, it's hers, you know?
but the choice is hers. But I
Mm-hmm.
just wish they would have had more of a discussion on how they were going to deal with that situation first.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I agree with that too. I agree with that. I
But
appreciate that.
thanks and hi everyone.
Hello, guys. Thank you very much, Rochelle. All right, go ahead, Corletta. Go ahead, Corletta. You come up, Corletta. Let me take you up, you, Corletta. Let me see if I can hand in Charmin.
So for me, I
Mm-hmm.
think they needs to have I'm a firm believer. If you're going to work something out, you needs to have an uncomfortable conversation. Like sit down and put everything on the table because their marriage never had a fresh start in the beginning. From
Mm-hmm.
the time Amber cheated, and
Mm-hmm.
then it led up to this. So if they're going to truly be advocate and make their marriage work, they got to
Mm-hmm.
have those uncomfortable conversations. And because he's now coming with baggage. Amber didn't come with baggage when she
Mm-hmm.
slept with Wayne.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. I think has a lot of baggage, and that's kind of what I was saying before too. I said the baby is definitely a baggage. I can see the baby being a baggage because you always have to know deal with that baby mother every single time. That's something have to do. That's different. That's why I made that long form content. And I spoke about the whole idea of stepfathers and stepmothers and whatever. And I said, guys, it's people's decision. They can decide if they want to take that on or not because it is something to take on. It is something to talk about. So, no, it is something. So, I really do agree with that. I really and truly do agree with that.
Yeah.
Are
And
you,
she
are
should have
you,
checked Brittany. She
go
should have
ahead.
checked Brittany. I didn't like how Brittany talked to Anthony. I mean, I know it's a
Mm,
skit, but it's a level of respect. If you're trying to respect your husband, that was the one thing that was an issue. She let Shayla and Autumn always talk to Anthony like he was nothing. And that's not a wife to me.
Thank you very much. I said that. That was one of the problems I had with this entire relationship. Let me see if I'm coming across it. That's one of the problems I've been having with the relationships is that they let too much of the people, other people inside of the relationship. And I think it's a good topic because it does happen where sometimes you'll kind of over listen to your friends. It happened with males and it happened with females as well too. Where you kind of over listen a little bit too much and it starts to influence how you go about your relationship. You know what I mean? So I really do agree with that. You should have checked her this morning. I thought you would have checked her. But she just didn't. I really wanted her to check Brittany because especially after Brittany did what she did with what's his name, Kelvin and Dalen. Come on, you're not really the best messenger. But
Brother
hey,
Feeker need to be quiet. Brother
yeah,
Feeker need to be
yeah,
quiet at
yeah.
this
So
point.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Carlin. I totally agree with you, Carlin. I'm on your page. I'm on your page. Hold on, guys. I'll soon get y'all in. Give me a couple. Each time I have to move people out to put y'all back in. So if y'all see it coming, taking that time, that's all it is. Uh, where else are you, Corletta? How you liking it right now? Where are you right now? Are you still nervous with the Anthony thing?
I'm nervous, but
Mm-hmm.
hopefully the crickets in the neighbor's show is going to show and prove either he's going to step up or he's going to have to step off because he got that zipper. Yeah, I ain't never heard a skit with a zipper. We heard the zipper on the skit. Dropped my whole phone.
I know I'm bringing up Charmin, and Charmin talked about the zipper last night because she was one of the first ones commenting on how loud the zipper was. I don't know if.
I think, I mean, I'm happy that they reconciled, but he still got to, I'm a fan of show me. You got to show and prove. You guys, just because her chastity belt was broken. I'm glad it
Mm-hmm.
was with her husband and not with Wayne because we were scared because you was gonna put on that T-shirt. You
I
still
was gonna
gotta
put.
wear it.
I gotta wear the T-shirt. I have to. I've lost. I've so far lost the bet. It seems like. I mean, I chat a laugh for me. I've already lost the bet. I've accepted that the win is not happening. So may I order the T-shirt this week. It is what it is. I'm gonna just order the T-shirt, get over it and done, and just wear it for 1 month straight. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
but that's my intake on it. He still got a lot of work
Am
to
I
do
working?
because Rooster is coming.
Rooster
Hurricane
is
Rooster
coming.
is on his way, y'all.
I know she's coming over there. I know she's gonna be coming over there. I can tell that much. No worries. No worries. Let me. Let me slide on over to Charmin, Carletta. Let me slide over to Charmin and make Charmin get in Charmin. Get yourself in Charmin.
Hey,
Talk to us.
hey, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. You hear what
So,
Carletta said?
yeah, a lot of people saying that Amber should not take Anthony back. And I was one of those people on the fence from day
Mm-hmm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on the fence because Anthony need to prove that he's serious about this marriage. But
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, Amber need to shut the outside noise.
I agree.
She has to shut everybody out
I think we
and
agree on
listen
that.
to her heart. She
Mm-hmm.
needs to shut everybody out because I've seen where outside noise cause people not to reconcile,
Mm-hmm.
and then people end up regretting that they did not make their own decision.
Thank you
They
very much.
listen to their mother, they listen
Mm-hmm.
to their sisters, they listen to everybody. No, don't take him back. He did this.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, you are the only one with a broken heart.
Simple.
Nobody else.
And you don't know if
So
it could have worked.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So she is to do what she's doing. It's her decision. Whatever regret there's going to be, is going to be on her, not
I agree with
anybody
that.
else. So she need to just shut everybody out, make her own decision. She get with Anthony because I think there's a lot of things they need to unpack.
Mm-hmm. Carletta just
There is
said it.
a lot of things they have to talk about. Kai, they
Mm-hmm.
have to talk about where is Sheila going to, what position Sheila is going to be at the
Exactly.
end of the day. Because if Kai is his son,
Mm-hmm.
Sheila is going to be there for another 18, 20 years.
For an eternity.
So
We got to
they,
deal with her.
yeah,
Mm.
so they need to work all of that out. Boundaries has to be set.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So yeah, so right now everybody is hoping for Amber to be pregnant, and I'm hoping she's not.
You're hoping
Because
she's not?
if no, I don't think I want her to bring a child into all this chaos. It has
That
to
makes
work
sense.
out first.
That makes sense.
You
I
have
was
to
one of
work
them that
everything
wanted
out
it.
first.
That makes sense. That makes
No,
sense.
not in this chaos. It might be
It makes
further
sense.
down the road, but not right now. There's
It
too
makes
much
sense.
chaos going on right now for her to be stressed out again, because what is going to come is going to be a lot of stress. And she's
Mm.
not going to be able to handle that stress with pregnancy.
Oh, I see what you're
So,
saying.
yes,
Because she
not
might have
for right
another
now.
loss again. It makes
Yes,
sense.
not
It
for
makes
right
sense.
now, maybe later on.
Mm-hmm.
She's still young. She's 42. I have my son. My son was born when I was 40.
Mm-hmm.
First son. It was
You're
not a
young.
second or whatever. It was my first, and I was
Yeah.
40. So she still have time. People
She still
having
have
kids
time.
older these days.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes sense.
So
I
she
like
need
that.
to just shut the noise out and deal with her thing on her own.
We can agree with that. I can agree with that. No worries. Thank you very much, Shami. Let me put in Andre Taylor. Andre, come. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I want to go on the Brittany's topic.
Give me the Brittany topic. Give me the Brittany
Yeah,
topic.
because I'm completely confused with your views on Brittany and our community.
Okay.
Brittany and they both have a lifetime
Mm-hmm.
friendship. Go
Right.
back to
Mm-hmm.
college. They've
Mm-hmm.
experienced depth together. So entering into a business relationship, they crossed the line and going into a
Correct.
business. So I'm trying to figure out, where have Brittany ever told Anthony or talked bad about Anthony other than after the affairs? Even her advice to him is given to her as a personal friend and a sister. And then she gives her advice as an attorney. Now, has she been a good attorney? I don't know, based on the skits that they give. They
Mm-hmm.
don't show her doing the back end work. But I'm trying to understand the character, as you feel that she's
With Brittany.
jealous of Brittany.
Well, based on the series that they've showed, she's this is what I've seen from it. She's always shown a level of, it's almost like, hey Amber, you get to get all of this and I haven't gotten all of that. I've gotten that from Brittany in a couple of the other little skits them. And that's why I give the position that I give with Brittany. Another thing was, number one, she should not cross the line in terms of, you can't be the lawyer and the friend. And I said that it's like for social workers then. Me having a client, right? I'm supposed to be representing your best interests and your, what you call it now, your autonomy on things. Right? It's one of the biggest things that we do in social work. We have to respect people's autonomy. If I start becoming your, what would you say now, your friend in all of that, then some of the times when I need to tell you the truth, I can't tell you the truth. And then there are times when I need to be a friend and I can't be a friend. Today, when Amber said to her, Brittany, this is my decision. This is where she got me. Amber said to her, Brittany, this is my decision. I've decided that, you know what, whatever comes, I'm going to take this chance with Anthony. Then you need to respect that. regardless of how you want to feel about it, you might be upset and whatever it is, you need to respect that. Attacking Anthony after I've told you that shows me you have disregarded everything about me. And that's where I think that Brittany got me, where I'm like, no, there's no way you can do this. And Brittany's coming from a place of, hold on, and Brittany's coming from a place where, remember, Brittany's the same person who told Amber not to date Kelvin, even though she was dating Kelvin. So I've seen you pull different moves that it tells me that, sure, is she a friend? Sure, she's a friend. But it's more of like, there are pieces to it where you show me a level of jealousy every here and there. That's exactly where I'm coming from. Go ahead.
I guess for me, being around a lot of sisterhood, we have different personalities, and
Mm-hmm.
we also business owners. And some
Mm-hmm.
of them we do business together, and
Mm-hmm.
it's about maturity of you as a woman to be able to distinguish the friendship. As a friend, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're doing this wrong, but hey, I'm gonna roll back. But I'm gonna speak my mind. Once we speak our minds, and you decide to do what you want to do, we back off. And that's what I see with Brittany. She spoke her mind.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, may not agree with it, but I'm gonna speak as your sister and as your friend. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, you out of whack. This is ain't right. But I love you enough to step back and say, hey, I'm here with you. When you fall, I got you. That's the view that I see with Brittany. As far as the business as well as concerned, I don't know what attorney, even a public defender, you're gonna have to pay. It's a
Mm-hmm.
hustle. She's gonna get her money. And so if that's her angle to get her money, I've never seen a video telling her, uh, Amber, to get a divorce prior to the affair.
Gotcha.
So now, after the affair happened, of
Mm-hmm.
course, now I'm thinking as attorney, as an attorney, I'm about my money. Let make this happen. I didn't see her secretly try to get information on Anthony or try to falsify information so she could get the divorce. Everything that she presented to him, to Amber, was the truth. So I believe the hustle side of her as an attorney, what's
Mm-hmm.
wrong with her getting her bag?
All right, hold on. I love what you're saying, Ingrid. So let's work this out. Me and you are friends, right? And you
Hmm.
have a husband that I don't like, that I figure is not treating you very well. Okay?
Hmm.
I'm gonna be talking to you. I'm not talking to your husband. Regardless of what's going on, I'm talking to you as a friend. I don't have no
Hmm.
business trying to correct your husband. And I think that's where it's the first thing. I don't want you crossing the
Yeah.
line because it's just not my place. It's like if
Hmm.
I have my wife and you think my wife is the worst person in the world. Tell me. Don't worry about her. You tell me. I am your friend. I'm the one that you're talking to. Now, if I decide to rock it and do whatever I'm doing and Odin is an idiot, then so be it. But you don't need to get into it. The funny thing is, this particular thing happened to me before because I had someone like way before where they weren't the best possible person ever for me as a girlfriend. And I had brethren. And they never once talked to that girl. Them always say, O'Neill, I'm telling you right now, that girl, she's shady. It's me, them talk to. They talk to me. No care what's going on. I'm the one them talk to them. But them say, you know, only if that's what you want to rock with, you rock with that. And I've always respected them for that because they gave me to make that choice and make that decision. And of course, eventually I was able to make that choice and that decision. And I think that's where she crowds her up. As far as the business and the attorney is concerned, I have no problem with her wanting payment because she should want payment because they work and you do a job, you want to be paid for the job. But my thing about it was when you start to say, hey, I don't have it like you, what the heck does that mean? What does that have to do with you working?
Hmm.
My thing would have been, okay, my way of dealing with that would have been, you know what, Engray, I don't agree with what's going on. But guess what? I work $35 an hour. I'm gonna send you a little bill for whatever it is. I understand that. Hey, y'all working y'all thing out and reconciling, and all I can do is support you. This is my bill, and that's it. But the other part of you telling me you know have it like me, and you know you have to work hard for whatever it is. What are you saying? It's like you're starting to shade me. You're starting to say, okay, well you know what? I have to work for mine. You may not have to work for yours, but I have to work for mine.
Hmm.
That's what it came across to me. But again, maybe we're just seeing it from two different angles. But that's what it came across. Go ahead.
So basically, you're saying that it was more so than her addressing Anthony. If she would have had that same conversation with Amber herself, it would have been so more of offensive to you if
Yes.
it was Anthony.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is why you go live, because
That's
Texas
why I go
sometimes you
live.
can.
I know I was going to go live today. I told y'all I'm coming live so you can talk to me. So they can hear what I think. O'Neill
Right.
is very easy to deal with, you know. And I think that human beings are not, we're not hard to do this. I mean, it's just how we
Right.
do it. You know, it's just how we
Right.
do it. And I feel like some of the times people try and correct your spouse a little too much. Don't be so quick to
Right.
correct somebody else's spouse. That's not your place. Allow the person to correct them spouse behind closed doors. If you're my friend, support me as my friend. I've rocked with my friend and just the same like I have had whatever it is. And they've had girls I'm not 100% sold on, but I have to agree with them. I feel them friend. And I tell them, I don't even tell them spouse because I'm creating chaos in them household when I do that.
Mhm.
I can talk to them, but whatever them choose, that's their decision. And I think a lot of people said it inside the comments when you guys kept saying, you know, a lot of y'all kept saying, O'Neill, it's her decision. And I say, yeah, you're right. One journey is one of those I kept saying, O'Neill, is still our husband. She can decide what she want to do with her husband. Yes, we can feel how we want to feel about it. We can be upset. But at the end of the day, it's her choice. And that's kind of how
Right.
it was. I have to let it go.
Well,
I have to let it go.
no, I appreciate you letting me know. I got now, like I said, I get it now for the Brittany. I'm not gonna speak on the Amber thing, but I thank you for allowing me to get on. But thank you.
No problem. Anytime, it's great. There we go. Corletta, did you want to get on with the Britney? Let me let on.
Nah, I'm good. Brittany, I agree with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany can talk. Brittany can talk to.
Hey,
I believe in sisterhood.
Hey,
I
Nanya.
believe in sisterhood, and we should be able to check each other. Like, hey, girl, pull him to the side. While your husband acting like this, woo woo woo. But what you're not gonna do is come in my house and embarrass my spouse. Let me do the checking of my spouse behind
Thank you.
closed doors, because that's what I'm on paper for.
Thank you. Some of the times I
And
feel like we get people too much in our business. Go. You're saying something, Charmaine? Oh, Charmaine. Hold on. Charmaine is muted. Hold on, Charmaine. Let me let Corletta go ahead. Go ahead, Corletta. Let me let Corletta finish. Go ahead,
I
Corletta.
mean, that's all. That's my intake on it. Listening to you and getting a better understanding. Like, I've never seen a lawyer broker than a broke. Every time you hear Brittany, she's always talking about I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. You broke.
She has no money. That's what it is. She has no money, no matter what it is. That's why I feel like there's a money motivation about her thing. Like I said, the line just hit me wrong. I don't have it like you. The moment you say those things, it cringes me. It's like, oh God, I can't believe.
That's
Mm-mm.
the part that hit me. If you my good girlfriend and I know I don't hire you, why would I not step you and why would I not pay you? But what you're not gonna do is keep throwing it in my face. I'm broke. Well, you need to get a side hustle and do something because I've never seen a broke lawyer
She need a side
unless
job.
you paralegal.
She need to drive Uber or something.
But something she need to maybe sell her Louis bags. Don't get them ugly braids. That's just me. But I gotta go cook dinner before my husband get home. But it was fun chatting and seeing everybody that you chat with on the live. And thank you for doing this.
Definitely, definitely. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Corletta. Let me let Nanya and Shaman. Give me one moment, Shaman. Let me Nanya, hold on. Before I get you in, let me make sure Shaman, get on the Brittany thing for me, please, Shaman. Then I'll let
okay,
Nanya
so
go.
the thing with the Britney thing is
Mm-hmm.
the horse has gone through the gate already
Mm-hmm.
because Amber needs boundaries, and
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's used to doing have a free flow in her house, have a
Mm-hmm.
free flow just saying what is on their mind,
Mm-hmm.
that is not going to stop right now unless she starts to set boundaries
Thank you.
where her friends are concerned.
Agreed.
They can't just run up in her house
Mm-hmm.
talking to her husband crazy or all that. They were used to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So once you're used to doing something, it's hard for you not to. So until she starts to set the boundaries, and Brittany is crossing friendship with lawyering.
There we go.
She's mixing both because she keeps saying, I'm your friend and I'm also your attorney.
Mm-hmm.
She does not draw the boundaries where she's saying, okay, I'm playing attorney today and I'm playing friend tomorrow. She's always doing both.
And it's
So
hard.
she's in it, yeah, she's in it for the bag
Mm-hmm.
as well. So now that she see the bag is slipping away, that is why she went so hard on Anthony,
That's what it
because
feel
her
like.
bag is slipping away. So
Mm-hmm.
she wants to see if she can steer Amber back over to her
Mm-hmm.
side where
Mm-hmm.
she can go through. Remember, Brittany was the one who was pushing for this divorce at the beginning. When are
I
you
said that
going to
too.
do this? When are you going to do that? And then
Mm-hmm.
Amber just got fed up and said, draw up the paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came back again and start. And when Amber said, all I want is the house, she said, you're crazy. What you mean all you want is those? We're going for 70% of everything he has, even his 401k. So
That's right.
remember from day one, Brittany was the one pushing Amber in that direction.
There you
Amber was
go.
not thinking about any divorce at the beginning. She was
Mm-hmm.
not thinking about taking all Anthony's assets. She just wanted the house. That's
And some
all she
peace.
wanted.
There you go.
So if now she and Anthony even get back and things does not work out and she get the house, she'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. She will be fine.
Because it was not about his asset at the beginning. It was all about her marriage, her
That's
vows,
correct.
and she wanted to save it. And
That's correct.
all her friends keep telling her, you need to leave this man. This man is foul. This man is low down. This man is dirty. If she wants to save her marriage, allow her to do that.
That's what I think.
That's
That's what I
what a
think.
marriage is.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
For better or for worse, for richer or for poorer.
Uh-huh. Sickness
People
and
do
health.
foul things to people all the time and then they get back together. And I think if Anthony and Amber get back together, their marriage will be stronger if they really work at it
I believe so
because
too.
they know where all the pitfalls are.
Mm-hmm.
So they will try to avoid them. So all they're going to try and do is to build a bigger and a better relationship.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I
Okay.
agree with
I'm
that.
going to give somebody, thank you
No
very
problem.
much for listening to me, and I'm going to give somebody else a space to come on
Space
in.
to come up. All right, no problem. Let me get Nanya in.
Yes. All
Nanya,
right.
you jump in. Thank you
Okay.
for sharing. Where's Nanya? Nanya, go ahead. Go ahead, Nanya.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Nanya.
Hi, O'Neill.
Finally. Finally, we have your
Sorry, I
aunt,
got my
Nanya.
I still have my pajamas on.
That's fine. Don't worry. That's fine.
Okay.
Talk to us, Nanya.
Need to
What you
get.
have for us? What you
I
have?
have to talk to you on the phone. I don't know how to do the laptop, so.
That's fine. Anyway.
Well, basically, I am surprised that what happened last night happened
Mm-hmm.
so soon,
Mm-hmm. It was soon.
but
It was very soon. Him get
it
the
was
phone
very
too quick.
soon.
Too quick, but that's how it go, I guess. When you'll have to
I,
just sit back.
you know, I've been against the reconciliation.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think that Anthony, number one, missed Amber a lot. He didn't want to leave the mansion. He wanted to just be in her presence. But he has a lot of work to do. He
Mm-hmm.
has done nothing.
Agree.
And Brittany pointing out all the ugly details,
Mm-hmm.
she was out of line.
Mm-hmm.
However, it gave Anthony insight into what he needs to work on
Mm-hmm.
because he's clueless. He just thinks, "Oh, I messed up on my wife. Everything's going to be okay." And that's not going to be the case. It won't work until he fesses up and owns what he did. Now, I don't like Anthony, but
Mm-hmm.
you know how mean I am. So, um, I think that Amber's going to be pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I truly do. I mean, 8 months. And I'll tell you guys, I have twins. I think some of you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have them when I was young,
Right.
but for a similar reason. I ended up with twins, a boy and a girl. So
Okay.
I'm naming the babies Anthony Jr. and Baby Bam Bam.
See it.
Baby Bam Bam.
You see,
We
how
have
does the
Baby Bam Bam and Anthony
Anthony
Jr.
Jr. How does the baby
So
change things though? Let's say she has a baby, Nanya. In your mind, how does it change things for them?
I think that Anthony is
Mm-hmm.
going to be 10 toes down with Amber and his family. And I
Mm.
really do not think that Kai is Anthony's son, just based on the
Me.
fact that we've been following this story so long.
Mm-hmm.
Shayla was already pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, just like with Chantel, he believed her just out of nowhere. And we know
It feels like
Angelina
that.
messed with that test.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I feel so too.
So, as far as her dirty friends, how
Mm-hmm.
many of them would not want to be with Anthony? All of them would,
That's what I
especially
think.
Ernestine.
Mm-hmm.
Ernestine likes
Yes,
Anthony.
definitely.
So,
Especially Ernestine.
that's just my take on it.
Mm-hmm.
I could be, a little hopeful, but she should be glad. He should be glad he's married to her because I would have took all his money.
That's what I said. That's what I said. What I said is
I would
he
have took
gets.
all his money and
So
left him.
you know I had thoughts with Amber before, and what she has done, she has surprised me. Because before me, they
Me
have a different
too.
thought on her. If this what she's done at this point in time, now if she's doing it just to do something different, hey, maybe. But as of right now, she has surprised me. She has surprised me that she's some way, somehow found a way to
Me
let
too.
this man back into this house after all of this. Because I'm surprised. Normally, women don't give them chances here. So, but she
With
gave him a
Amber,
chance. Mm-hmm.
the reason I like Amber's character is
Mm-hmm.
because she has such a good heart, but she's quirky. And I think right now her self esteem is a bit low.
Mm.
She doesn't want to try to date again. I've been there. I didn't want to date after my first husband.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a long time ago. But
What causes that?
I've known my husband. Hmm.
What causes that? What causes women not to want to date after they have done whatever? Because men will, this is what I know about men. Men will go out there, after a man gets divorced, he must say to himself, all right, let me rest back for probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. And him say, you know what, hey, I'm ready. Let me go back out there and see exactly what else can I fish for. But what causes women not to want to date again? That's a question I have.
O'Neill, for me, and I
Mm-hmm.
think for a lot of women, because we
Mm-hmm.
are emotional and
Mm-hmm.
we do love hard,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we want to face the prospect of being hurt again. And so we put up our shields,
Mm-hmm.
we go to work, we raise our children,
Mm-hmm.
we do everything except think about a relationship.
Gotcha.
Um, I truly believe, I know for me and a few friends or sisters I have, that's the deal. You want to protect your heart. Because when I got my first divorce, and I wasn't even married except 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
it felt like a funeral. It really
Mm.
was a deep, dark time, and I had no interest
I see.
whatsoever. So I think we want to protect ourselves and just
Okay.
move on.
Fair answer. I
Hmm.
like that. I like that. All right, hold on, Nanya. Let me let Jaala jump in. Jaala, let me let you jump in. Go ahead, Jaala,
It
and
really
give me your
was a
take.
deep, dark time,
Don't leave, Nanya. Don't leave.
and I
Don't
had
leave.
no interest
Jaala, I want you to jump on
whatsoever.
in.
So
Jaala,
I think we want to protect ourselves and
Jaala.
just move
I
on.
think Jaala not hearing us. All right,
Mhm.
you go ahead for us. Is it Toy? How you put your
Yes,
name?
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good evening, O'Neill. I got to give you your flowers. You know what? Sometimes after a hard day's work, I try to catch you and oh my God.
Sometimes it's a hard day's work. I have to get on for everybody. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on, Jaal. I'm coming back to you. I have to get on some way, somehow, because I say, all right, let's discuss this because I love the little community we have. But I like it. Me like the team. I like the team. Don't worry. Hold on, Jaala saying something. Jaala, after a hard day's work, I try what are you saying, Jaala? Oh my God. Sometimes it's a hard day's work. I have to get on for everybody. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, I think Jaala is delayed. Jaala, give me one moment. Toy, go ahead, Toy. Tell me about the Brittany
Okay.
piece. What you feel about
Anyway,
Brittany? What do you feel about
oh
Amber?
my.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you. Okay, who you want first, Brittany or Amber?
Anyone, just give me one of them. Any one of them.
Let's deal with
Pick.
Amber.
Just pick
Let's.
one.
I'm gonna go with Amber first. Okay, here's what I think the real is, and I want to see if these ladies agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost is Amber's choice because I'm gonna tell you something. Amber loves that house. We haven't talked about that. Amber loves
Ah.
that house. That
Mm.
house, I mean, it's a home for her. I don't care about the other house she has. She loves that house she's in. And I put in the comments, it's no guarantee that if they divorce, Amber would get that house or not.
That's true.
Anthony had that house before he met Amber.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where the rubber meets the road.
Mm-hmm.
If Amber would have went forward with that divorce based on what Shayla was telling her, because Shayla wanted Anthony,
Mm-hmm.
what Brittany was telling her, because Brittany's about the money,
Mm-hmm.
Ernestine, she gonna give with whoever, J. Mo, Trey, and Anthony if she can.
Mm-hmm.
If Amber would have went got that divorce from Anthony and Anthony was awarded that house and Shayla would have moved in that house, we think that we saw Amber crying, but that girl she'd have passed out. She couldn't have took it because she would have been blaming herself that she didn't give it her all to try to save that marriage. Now, if Anthony does some foul stuff, like everybody's saying in the comments, so be it. Amber's gonna deal with it. But one thing about it, she will have gave it her all in all. Going to that divorce, she could say, "I gave it my best." And last but not least, Coca told him what time of day it was with the Holy Ghost. Now, Anthony can mess up if he wants to and do all that foul stuff to Amber, but God takes care of his own. And I personally wish she is pregnant, wish that she is pregnant. And the reason for that, because Amber seems like there's a void. At least if she had a baby, she would have something. Because if her and Anthony don't work out and she doesn't have a baby, she's still doomed. So if she has a baby, at least she has something to hold on to. She gonna get that house then if she get that baby. I mean, I'm just saying.
That is true.
But Brittany, you ready, Brittany?
Yes.
Okay, Brittany was totally out of pocket to me because Amber had told her when they were sitting outside that was her decision. She didn't want to go back and forth. Brittany should have let it go. But see, Brittany is disrespectful with everybody. She was disrespectful to her parents.
There we
You
go.
see what I'm saying?
There
So to me, you're not gonna talk to my man, boyfriend, husband, whatever my relationship is with whoever, I have a relationship with. It's a matter of respect. She could have worded it and said, you know what, Anthony? Amber has decided to give this marriage another chance. But just know this. I am her attorney. If she decides to change her mind, I am not only locked, ready to go, but I will go ahead and go forward with that divorce. But Brittany's bitter. You can see it. It oozes off of her. She's bitter. She wants the money.
Thank you. And I agree with that. See here's what you said again. That disrespect on everybody is something that had me. I don't forget her calling her mom the hoe. You
Yes,
never
she
do
did.
that. I don't care
Never.
how you could be upset with your mother and what she has done. Your parents must get a certain level of respect in my eyes. I do
And she
not
called
care how
Anthony
you
a
want to do
dog.
it.
Don't forget she called Anthony a dog.
She did. She did. And
Now I
we
will
talk
say
and no
this.
one has really checked her like that. No one has
Right.
fully checked Brittany like that.
No. My last comment is this. What I think for Anthony and Amber both, if this marriage is going to have a chance at making it, they need to make sure that whoever they're talking to, whether Shayla, Angelina, or anybody else, don't let nobody disrespect your partner, your
Thank you.
spouse. What goes? We, the audience, wanted Anthony to check Angelina when Angelina called Amber a tramp.
That's right. We did.
So if Anthony has to be checked, then the same thing applies to Amber. That's it for me. So I want to know what the other ladies think.
No worries. Get on in Ja'ala. Let me get you on in. Ja'ala, come on in.
What goes? We, the audience, wanted Anthony to check Angelina when Angelina called Amber a tramp.
That's right. We
So if Anthony has to be checked, then the same thing applies to Amber. That's it for me. So I want to know what the other ladies think.
No worries. Get on in Ja'ala. Let me get you on in. Ja'ala, come on in.
Finally, the audience wanted Anthony to check Angelina when Angelina called Amber.
Can you hear me?
That's right.
So Ja'ala, we can't quite hear it. Turn off one of your things. I think you have like it playing as well in the background. Turn that off.
So I want to know what the other ladies think.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. There you go. We can hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can't quite hear it. Turn off one of your things.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Listen. From day one, I keep telling y'all. From day one, I keep telling y'all that Anthony is playing Nanya. Not Nanya. Lord of Anthony is playing Amber. Okay? Nanya, I love you. Nanya, I love you. You know that. O'Neill, do you remember when Amber told Dalen, you are my friend, and you knew about this and you never said anything to me?
I remember.
Good. So if Amber can be checking Dalen, why can't Brittany check Anthony? Being Amber's friend. Because Dalen is Anthony's friend, you know. Dalen kept Anthony's secrets. You understand? I think Brittany is correct in checking Anthony. Somebody needed to check Anthony. Anthony is walking like pussy on hot iron, as if he rules the kingdom. You know, Anthony having is not remorseful for anything. Anthony is jumping here, there, and everywhere. When he couldn't get the pum pum, he ran back to Shayla. That is wrong. If you're trying to get back to with me, clear all your surroundings and study me. I should be forefront. You understand that Anthony is not doing that. Anthony haven't cleared it with Shayla. In Shayla's mind, she is still involved with Anthony. Anthony has to do everything with Amber and let Amber know all that he has done, and he's remorseful for everything. He heard everything about Amber through the therapist. Granted. Okay? So then he should be the one now bringing out everything inside. Your hurt, everything that you know you did to Amber. Bring it out. And everybody keeps saying Amber cheated first. We're not dealing with engagement. We're dealing with the marriage. And in that marriage, Amber was better than the queen. Amber stuck by her husband. Anthony did not show any respect. And if you really love your wife, and my best friend is coming after you, let me know. Shayla disrespected all of Amber's friend in front of Amber and in front of Anthony when she's trying to bring down Anthony, knowing that she was pregnant for Anthony. She used that. Brittany is sticking with Amber. Brittany has been there. Granted, no, Brittany is wrong on a lot of levels. But standing up for Amber today or last night, Brittany takes my cake. Brittany did what a lot of people wanted to tell Anthony but are not telling Anthony. And if I was Amber, I would sit down with Anthony and let him answer all these questions. You can't be in Jamaica last week and then come back and tell me you want me today. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You did not shut down Shayla. You should have shut down Shayla. Anybody can tell me I love you. Even you, O'Neill, you can look at me now and tell me, Jala, I love you. And forget about your wife behind here. Anybody can say that. You understand? Tell Shayla when you had the chance in front of Amber, Shayla, it is over between us. I am sticking with my wife. And Shayla would have heard that message. Amber would have heard that message. But no, Amber is in love with Anthony. Nothing Anthony says, she's going to take and say, oh, Anthony hate me. In her mind, Anthony loves me. She's like a lovesick puppy, looking for that love and don't want to hurt anybody because she has a kind heart. Amber need to learn a real hard lesson, whereas Anthony need to learn it too. Anthony need to get some slap above the head, kick everything, because Anthony has done her wrong on all levels. You stand up in church in front of me and tell Ro you love her. You know how if I was that wife, you know how I would have felt? Man, Anthony would have gotten a knife. You can't do those things and then come back to me and then he's telling me I love you and you believe that because he said it in front of Ro. You can't do that, O'Neill. That is not good. And last, guys, nice seeing you all. Have a wonderful Sunday.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ja'ala.
Bye.
Oh, let me get Ja'ala. Thank you very much. Let me respond to Ja'ala's point. Abby, I'm gonna let you in. I'm about to let you in, Abby. Let me respond to Ja'ala's point. I like what you're mentioning here about with the whole idea and Anthony and those things. Why I'm saying that they need to start over is because they need to start over in terms of their relationships. Meaning, they're having friends check your spouse thing needs to stop. That's kind of where I'm alluding to. So in other words, it needs to stop at some point in time. In other words, that the fact that they've already gone through that and it has created issues, it shouldn't create no more issues in a relationship anymore. Meaning, this is not going to be between you and your wife. If when it work, it's going to be because of the two of you guys. If when it don't work, it's going to be because of the two of you guys and no one else. No one else should be blamed then. In other words, the next time when I go in a session, I mustn't hear Wayne name. I mustn't hear Shayla name. I mustn't hear no name at all. I'm not supposed to hear any other name except those two names. And so that's my take on that little piece. So I was a little bit, taken aback with all of that. But I'm not gonna be long-winded. Let me let Abby go in. Abby, get in. Talk to me, Abby.
Hi everyone.
Hello. Stay on, my dear.
Um,
Stay on. Don't move.
my thing is right.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely speaking,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony doesn't seem to really value people, right? So I feel like in a situation like this, but just give it. And I'm not saying for her to be the bitter wife and make him do all this flipping and jumping through acrobatics to get back her love. I'm not saying she should do that either, because that's also
Mm-hmm.
a waste of time.
Makes sense.
I'm saying Anthony have not done the bare minimum consistently in order for her to just let him back in. And personally, from my experience, right, and this I'll be honest with you, this storyline really struck a nerve with me personally.
Mm-hmm.
And look at me telling the world my business, right? My parents, they both went through something like this. Not no child has no child or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it had a point in time where my father would have stepped out of the relationship, and when my mother finally found out, she cried, she quarreled, she think they kind
Mm-hmm.
of separated, she kind of thing, and then she took him back. And after she took him back with whatever illness came with him.
Mm.
But then my both parents are deceased now. My mother is dead and my father is dead. So when I look at, I mean, my mother didn't contract AIDS, but she did get a type of cancer from what she contracted from him. And I'm saying that I don't personally like the storyline because I know way too many women who are sick. And this is not only my mom. I know so many women who are sick.
Mm-hmm.
For example, even one of my friends who I went to the University of Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my friends I had out there, she was like a regular student. But I remember the first guy she slept with, she ended up with HIV. She's dead,
Ooh.
right? So I think that this all Skitlanta could do
Mm-hmm.
so much good for us as people, right? Yes, we know it's skits and entertaining and it's showing your real life, but at the same time, I really hope that out of this scenario, whether Anthony and Amber fail or they work out, I really hope that we as people, and this is goes for both men and women, that
Mm-hmm.
we use these storylines to do better in our personal lives,
I
so
agree.
that we don't make similar decisions. Because
Mm-hmm.
yes, I could understand that Amber loves Anthony, because personally, I find she should have left him since he signed up in the church with row. Like, I find that was humiliation to the infinite. But when you sit down and think of what Mama Brenda was basically telling her, she was basically telling her the same thing that Brittany's telling her, but Brittany's just being a little more direct. I understand and I agree people should not be in people's relationship. And even though I don't do psychology, but I did go to school and study psychology. And when friends come to me for advice, I do not give people advice. Like when they come with relationship advice, worse it if it's a marriage. I have a friend who told me recently, Abigail, you're the only single person I will take advice from, because you actually give really good advice. When I keep begging you for advice and you sit down, you check me and you say, hey, your husband kind of right in this scenario. But most people don't do that. So my thing is, sometimes we have to listen from a place of understanding
Thank you.
so that we don't get our emotions involved.
Thank you.
However,
Mm-hmm.
in this scenario,
Mm-hmm.
I am totally happy that Brittany checked Anthony in front of Amber, because Amber seems to be a person who forgets a lot, and then because she gets caught up in her feelings. And then when the situation gets worse, because when you really think about it, she didn't do anything about anything when Rue happened. Yes, she quarreled, she argued, she was crying, whatever, and they got back together. Anthony wasn't really held accountable. Now look at that. He going and he make a baby with her best friend. What he gonna do? What he gonna do next? Get married to her mother? It seems that Anthony, because he's not being held accountable, he
Mm-hmm.
keeps doing things that keep getting worse and worse, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And in my take on this, Anthony is just repeating a cycle. Because when he was with Sheila hugging up for real in the, whether it be in the Bahamas, whether it had been before that, he was not studying that Amber was crying. Now he is with Amber. He not studying that Sheila is crying. And if both of them decide to leave him, he will go with somebody else and he wouldn't care if they're crying. Anthony just keeps making decisions based on how he feels in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
from my opinion. I
Abby,
also find
Abby,
Anthony shows no remorse.
Abby,
Yes.
I want to add something to what you're saying. I want to say something to because I like what, I like the path that you're going down in terms of with all of them. I wanted to ask though, in terms of when it comes to Amber, and this is kind of where I've been looking at the story from because I've been viewing the story from so many different angles. Is it that Amber needed to
Hmm.
learn a lesson from this? Because a lot of times, and that's what I keep saying, a lot of times we try to tell people to do things, but them don't learn it until them actually go. You know, you actually live it. It's like somebody tell you, O'Neill, don't climb over that fence. Come off of the fence when you were younger. Your mother said, come off of the fence because you know you might fall off. You don't listen. Come off of the fence, you don't listen. Come off of the fence, you don't listen. Yo, go on the fence, fall on and hit your head, and you start crying. She said, well, I told you, and you never listened until you fell. That was when you really and truly realized what people were saying. And I feel like Amber is right there. Could it be that Amber is at that place in her time where she really, no matter how much Brittany could want to say, no matter how much checking Brittany could want to do, she won't listen to any of that because at this point she's a person who, because some people are like that. Some people just have to learn based on, them have to just fail. It's like telling a virgin, listen to me, man, stop gambling the money or you're going to run out. And then them have to just run out of money. And then when they run out of money, they say, oh, I see what you were saying. Oh, I shouldn't bet on the stock there. So I should have just get this done. I should have get that done. Go ahead, respond to that.
Yes, I totally agree. I genuinely believe that there is a very big lesson for Amber to learn, and sometimes people like to wait until they go through trauma and
Mm-hmm.
ultimate suffering before
Mm-hmm.
they actually learn the lesson, because there are a lot of lessons we can learning from somebody else. Most of us as humans, we don't think like that. Sometimes it's not until we get burned with the fire, because sometimes, growing up, your parents
Mm-hmm.
might tell you for real, don't put your hand on the stove because the
Mm-hmm.
fire does burn. It's not gonna tell you what burn feel like. Me particularly, I don't like trauma. So as I get older, I honestly, every decision I make, I ask myself 5 questions. And if those 5 questions, the answer is
Mm-hmm.
not yes on all, the answer is no. If the 5 questions, one is yes and one, and the next three, and three must be no, and next one must be a maybe, the answer is no. And I do this because me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be living like just learning from trauma. It is
I
living,
love that.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel personally that Amber is, even though she's a very beautiful woman, she still hasn't chosen herself,
I believe that too.
right?
I
In my
agree with that.
opinion, this is in my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Amber still, because she keeps talking about winning, she doesn't want Sheila to win, and it's like, what is Sheila actually winning? Sheila hasn't won anything. Like,
Thank you.
she is not winning,
Thank
Sheila
you.
is not winning, and Anthony seems to be the only person winning, and Anthony is doesn't really. I'm not saying that Anthony don't love these people. I'm not saying that, right? I don't
Mm-hmm.
say Anthony don't love these people because I don't know how Anthony feels. I'm not living in
Mm-hmm.
Anthony's body.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do not believe Anthony is in a space where, like, he has his own trauma where he probably doesn't even understand what love is. So he is doing whatever he feels in the moment is right. And then he realized, no, there's probably a thing. And then somebody tell him, Dylan, tell him something. And then somebody else tell him something. And
Mm-hmm.
then change his mind. then they go again, and then there's a next story, and then it goes for both Amber and Anthony. Me personally, if I'm dating somebody, and this is just a relationship, this is not even a marriage, it probably might have one person I might speak to, or maybe two, and the two people might not be. One might be a therapist, because I went through grief therapy when my mother died. I went through grief therapy when my father died. I went through grief therapy. I lost a baby, right? I went through trauma therapy. So I personally think that we have this stigma against therapy, and I rather talk to a therapist than to go and talk to my friend, because I know when if I forgive this person, let's say me and O'Neill dating, and O'Neill do something, and I forgive O'Neill, and I told Crystal not going to forgive O'Neill when I forgive O'Neill. So 5 years from now, Crystal might be watching O'Neill's side. That's when I forget what O'Neill do, because I he forgave him and I let it go. So personally, I would go to a therapist to talk about these things. However, I just feel like Amber, the savvy businesswoman she is, the beautiful queen she is, she's still in a space where she still hasn't chosen her. So she's still looking for Anthony. She is so desperate for Anthony to choose her. There's like that situation with Ro. After Anthony ended up asking for forgiveness or whatever, she still feel like it's almost like if she's so scared of being with herself and dealing with these things that she has to deal with. Because it seems like Amber have a lot of trauma as well, that she's just so focused on winning, and it's actually not a win. She feels she win, or she thinks she want to win, but that's not a prize. But as well as I feel like, oh, my opinion, I should say, not really a feeling. In my opinion, I also believe that right now, Amber should allow Anthony to be single. Single because Anthony wasn't really a good husband. Yes, he did good things because he had good moments, according to Coco, right? But Anthony wasn't genuinely a good husband. Look when you remember Amber used to be sitting down with baby David and telling Anthony she needs him, she needs his attention. That time Anthony and Sheila riding around the country playing crazy and doing all kind of violence, right? So it had so many times Amber was needing Anthony, and Anthony was not there for her. So me personally, as I said a million times, Anthony is a no for me. I believe that Amber, even if she decides, yes, I want to work my relationship out, they need to sit down and have a conversation where they say, hey, Anthony, right now you are single, I am single. Yes, we are married, but what we have to do is we have to sit down and go through the conversation. We need to talk about what happened. How did you and Sheila start? We need to sit down and talk about that. We need to talk about how did it get there. We need to talk about what you was feeling like doing these things. We need to talk about these things. That is the only how I believe. And after the fact, after he decides to tell her the truth or not the truth or whatever, then she can make an informed and educated choice. Not just a choice based on now, oh God, that's my husband. But if Anthony gets back in this easily, I am telling you, he is going to do it again.
All right, hold on, Abby. Hold on. Right with that, Nanya, let me let you jump in and then faith is the substance and make you jump in. You go respond. I'm not even responding. Go ahead, Nanya, respond. Nanya, unmute. Hold on, Nanya, I think you're Nanya. There you go. Go ahead, Nanya.
I'm okay now. Yeah. So Abby, I totally agree with you. Okay. The one thing that I have thought about throughout this story is that Anthony and Amber have never had a chance to be newlyweds. Shayla has been in their marriage from day one. That's the thing. Now, when Anthony fell in love with Amber, he was in love with Amber. And then all of a sudden, she's got Shayla has the blueprint to their marriage. Amber accepted her in like a little sister, and you know what she was, a snake. So for me, it's almost a re-beginning. If Anthony steps up to the plate
Mm-hmm.
and he handles Angelina, he handles Shayla,
Mm-hmm.
Kai is not his child. I think that we'll see a different Anthony. Yeah, he's selfish. He can be, whatever. But when Amber walks out that door, that man is watching her. You know, whether it's, I don't want to say property, but that's my woman. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I do think if they had a redo on their marriage for these last, 10 months
Yeah.
or whatever it's been with no Shayla, I think their marriage would be different. And I think that Amber's self esteem will come up. Amber's always had low self esteem.
She has.
But Anthony fell in love with Amber before Amber fell in love with Anthony. And now the tables are turned. But thanks to Shayla, their marriage was never going to work because Shayla was determined to destroy it.
She was.
And that's what happened. Right? So again, they're newlyweds, but they've never been newlyweds. They've never had
remember that. That is
a
true.
marriage.
That is true.
So I try to keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. But the other thing I want to say, I want to see how Anthony handles Angelina.
Yes.
And finding out that Kai, hopefully, is not his son. And true. If it is, Amber said she would walk, then she needs to walk her little self out the door and not look back. Because she doesn't want, how would she want someone else's child? She lost 2 babies and a husband.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm happy that they're in a cordial place. I'm sure he was happy to be with her last night. But I really want to see the outcome with Angelina and Shayla. That will speak volumes to me about Anthony.
So that's the unanswered
now, if he
part
can't get the job done, I'm sorry, go ahead, O'Neill.
That is the unanswered part for you right now. That's the missing piece.
That's yes, absolutely. And if he can't get it done, Amber can walk straight over there to Wayne. Because I think Wayne wants to marry Amber anyway. I really do. He says, I don't want to be married. That man is in love with her, but he ain't no good.
Yeah, Wayne have issues.
Wayne is no good. But he does love Amber for Amber. Wayne loves her. He loves Amber.
It makes sense.
Like but I want to see Shayla and Angelina get handled. And then I will make my choice.
Decision. So no final decisions yet. No problem. Faith is a substance. No. Come in. Respond to Abby and respond to Nanya. Faith is a substance.
Yes, hi everybody. Hi O'Neill. How are you? How's everybody doing?
We're doing good. Yeah. We're ready for you. Go ahead.
It's a pen on being on that long because a whole lot has been said. It's been very long winded, but I do agree with a lot of things that Amber said. I'm sorry, Abby. I'm sorry. I do agree with what she said. I wasn't planning on being on long because I tried to leave this message with you in the chat. And shout out to Deontay Reviews. He's in the chat right now. I'm going to be interviewing with him this coming Wednesday on the 30th at 7 p.m. So please make sure you tune in. So I just wanted to just share that with you.
Yes.
With you guys.
What kind of time? Because you have to tell us. Because we never Eastern
Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
Okay. No worries.
Yes. Dan wanted to say because I try to put it in the chat, but I know the chat's been going on, going a lot, and you couldn't see it.
All right, I see it. I see the chat somewhat, but we're trying to look on the screen at the same time. But
yeah, I understand.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Yes. So yes, again, please make sure you guys tune in. Deontay Reviews are going to be having a one-on-one with him, and he said this is his first interview since he started his reaction channel for Wayne skits. So I'm honored for that. That's going to be my real honor, and I'm hoping that you'll be in my platform as well, O'Neill. One of these days, I hope to interview with you as well. But you don't have any direct contact. I try to reach out, but you don't have no direct contact, so I don't know how to set that up.
I need to make something. Don't worry, I'm gonna make something. Got people asking me, and I don't know how to make. I haven't made it yet, but I'm gonna make something so that y'all can always have something they can go to. I'm gonna give something that y'all can go to.
Yeah, just social, just do a social media account. I'm surprised you don't have any socials. I mean, I'm surprised.
I have just a regular little thing, but I didn't put this all together. It's you make a channel and you talk on these kids, and then everybody was just on it, and it wasn't really meant to be blown up like this, I guess.
Right.
Kind of things. but then it just blows up, and then we all a community, and I'm like, all right, oh, I guess I gotta have this. Then I gotta put people on. Then I, so that's why that is going on. So don't worry about it. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Let me put it that
Yeah.
way. Hmm.
All right, but please, yeah, so please do that, and thank you so much for allowing me up to promote that interview, and I hope to see you guys there.
We will be there. We will be there. We'll make sure,
Thank
as always.
you. Yeah, the flyers are up on both our channels. The flyer is up, so you see the information there as well.
Hmm. I'll make sure guys get on. And he knows to post in the chat. Is he in the chat? Is Rico
Yes,
Deontay reviews in the chat? He knows to post in that chat already. People can come over. We always come over to the videos. He knows this.
yeah.
He knows that after we done post, we tell him we're going to come right over. And I'm on there watching, so him know it work.
All right, thank you so much. All right, you
No
guys have a
problem.
good one.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Abby, I'm gonna let you go right back in again. Laverne coming on, but I'm gonna let you go in again, Abby. Go again, Abby. So based on those responses, what you think? Based on Nanya.
Um, to be honest, when Nani was talking, it really made me sit down here and I said, that makes perfect sense as
Mm-hmm.
well. And I just feel like these kids showing me so many cracks that we have in society as a whole.
They
So
do.
it makes me sit and like sometimes it'll be frustrating me where I just want to come off and be like, yo, I know what you know must skip for the rest of the year. However, However,
Mm-hmm.
when I sit down, I genuinely sit and be like, yo, the kind of things people go through on a daily basis. So
Mm-hmm.
it really sad, but I agree with Nanya. We at the end of the day, Amber is who has to live with the consequences or the blessing of her choice.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Shayla did interject from the get go. And this is why I always believe you never tell. I don't care which friend I have. No friend in this world to tell you I sit down and talk to them about what's going on with me and a guy. Like giving them she did give her the blueprint. That's crazy. Like why you sit down talking to this girl about what the things your husband like? I my
It's
brain
true.
can wrap around that. But to each his own. I just feel like Amber still has not learned her lesson, as I was just asking about earlier. Amber
Mm-hmm.
still hasn't learned her lesson because she's still a lot. She's still talking a lot. She's still sharing things, and she's still going for everybody's opinion.
It's
And
true.
she will continue to go and ask
Mm-hmm.
people's opinion because she still, as I said, she still hasn't chosen herself.
I like that. The whole idea of choosing yourself is because it's almost like you haven't. I like that because I feel like the first place of strength you have is yourself. And if you're not strong in yourself, then of course anybody can kind of swing you to any direction. Anybody can tell you anything at all, and you can just keep, moving around like a ship that have no rudder and have no directions. I really and truly like that notion of it. I also like Nanya's point of they have not really been a couple, and you're right, Nanya, because the truth is they really have not spent much time together. Everybody has always been interjecting, whether it's Dylan coming in, whether it's Sheila coming in, or Brittany come in, and then the cousin come in, then Coco come in, then somebody. It's always someone else. We're always seeing many different characters with her, which of course write them in the story. But in other words, you don't see enough times of them together. You don't see enough times of them together. It's always like things have to get very bad. Then Anthony takes her to the boathouse. Does that make sense? And I feel like that's what I get from it, which from a male perspective, it show you how sometimes we get caught up in working so much. Because that's what we say from a male side. That we get so caught up in working and making money and trying to feed the family that you don't really spend that time with the wife. You don't. You understand? You're
And
spending so much
to
time.
be to be honest, O'Neill, I have a business, so I always work in, and I can tell you, when I work in, I just be in my masculine energy a lot because I work
Mm-hmm.
a lot, a
See?
lot, a lot. 3 o'clock in the morning, I work in. People
Mm-hmm.
sleep and I work in. During the day, I can finally take a nap. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know how I just still, I will still take a 5 minutes to take a break to watch a video because I always work. And sometimes I step and say, oh my God, look, only post. Only to be honest with you, most of these videos I end up seeing it on you because when you post and you give a review, that is how I just see the video, because sometimes I don't even watch to see what they post because it is be stressing me out, right? And I have enough work to do when the day come. However, what I would say is that I genuinely hope that people who look it in, whether you black, white, Chinese, green, pink, purple, I genuinely hope that no matter where you are, if you feeling alone, you're feeling sad, you feel like your self esteem is low, you feel like you don't know what to do, stop holding that to yourself. Reach out. Go to the right. You don't go to a doctor and ask a doctor advice that you need to go and ask a bookstore owner
Mm-hmm.
for. Right? You go to the person who would have the answers to
Mm-hmm.
genuinely help you. Learn from what Amber and all these other people, Mike and all these other people that you doing on the skits, so that
Mm-hmm.
you in yourself can make a better
Mike.
decision within your life. And you, oh God, don't even talk about Mike. Mike is a hot mess. So that you can make better decisions in your own life. And please, please, to anybody listening to this from wherever you are, reach out for help. You are not alone. This is why we supposed to have a community, a village. Don't keep yourself in isolation and think that, because mental health is very serious.
It is.
And that's the only reason why I was kind of okay with Brittany checking Anthony, because when Amber was going through it, Amber had a nervous breakdown in all different levels. And it's who was there? Brittany, the cousin who we can't see for a while. I can't remember her name. The
Kay.
one who let divorce and she come. Right. So, all the people who was there checking, and they don't keep asking Anthony, did you go check your wife? He said no. So all these things make me whatever. But if Anthony and Amber has to get back together, I really hope that they sit and have the uncomfortable conversation with no animosity, with
True.
just from that clear space.
Mm-hmm.
And if they decide that that's what they want to do, they go ahead. But
Yes.
anybody out there who feels lonely, please realize you're not alone. Don't stay by yourself. Sit down, talk to the right people, get a therapist. Talk to Oni might need you to have a therapist.
I will.
Talk to somebody, get something, and don't be by yourself, right? Thank you so very much for allowing me to be here. And I hope each Nanya, you're so sweet, eh? You're so
None,
sweet.
none, none sweet. Abby,
Yes,
don't leave.
yes.
What kind of business you do, Abby?
Me, I a health and fitness coach. I am a strength and conditioning coach. I also train people. Our business basically helps women and men build their self esteem, build their confidence, get fit, get in shape.
Where?
We train people from we international. We all over. We train people from
Okay,
Canada, the
put it on
UK,
the channel. Put it on the channel.
Caribbean. I have some Jamaican clients too.
Good. Put it in the
Jamaican in
chat.
the house.
Put it in the chat so that way
So
we can promote it because that's what we are about. So it's fine. Don't put it in the chat. Don't
okay,
be
thank you
afraid.
so very much.
Yeah, don't
Thank
be
you so
afraid.
much.
You know what I
So
mean?
you'll be good, and I'll see you guys soon.
Definitely. Thank you very much,
Bye.
Abby. Come in, Ashley. Let me get you a track in. Go ahead, Ashley.
Hello, only.
There you are,
Yes.
Ashley. We're here. Talk to us. Brittany Amber business. This is what we're on today. You listen to Abby, you listen to Nanya. Nanya is here on the panel. She's talking. Go ahead.
So I feel like there's going to be a conversation tonight.
Uh-huh.
Um, that look I saw,
Mm-hmm.
that was definitely a look of not confusion, because Dante say it was confusion look, and I said no, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely going to have a lot of questions
For Anthony.
about what's been going on up to this point, because it's been a lot of going on this whole entire year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they need to have that discussion of how this all happened. Why did it happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There has to be a discussion. And I think we're
Mm-hmm.
going to see that tonight for
Okay.
sure.
Beautiful.
I don't know with Anthony. I don't know. I'm a hopeless romantic. Yeah. Um, I would like to see more from him. I
Mm-hmm.
don't trust him. I don't know
Okay.
what to believe. I don't know. We have to sit back and watch and see what happens. Um, I don't know. I believe there is a good man in him, but right now he's a demon. Okay, I'm just gonna call it like it is.
If it's a
You
devil.
know, and he's gonna
That's
have
what they
to
say.
prove to all of us
He's devilish.
that he, is in it for the long run. You know,
Okay.
so that's my thoughts on it. I really think he has a lot of work to do, and she should have never gave it up to him that easy. You know, never.
Would you
She
would
should have. She made a
would
very bad mistake with that.
I got a question for you, Ashley.
Yeah.
Would you have given him a
Mhm.
chance just like Amber's given him a chance?
I can only speak for myself. I personally would have been out the door.
All right, there we go
Be-
again. So none of us out the
because
door. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't, because I can't speak for everyone. I'm just speaking for myself. I mean, that's a
Mm-hmm.
lot because there's a child involved here.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I would be able to get through that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But at the same time, I will say this: you don't know what you would do unless you're in that situation,
That
you
makes
know.
sense. That does make
So
sense.
I don't know. I just going by how I'm thinking right now. You
Mm-hmm.
know, hopefully I would never be in a position like that. But I'm just
Hopefully.
saying,
You
you know.
understand? Or maybe get this.
But
Maybe get the
yeah.
belt. Maybe I get the belt and you beat him. Keep going. Don't worry. O'Neill said I must give you this. This is what O'Neill said I must give you. Never mind, guys. I'm messing around. Go ahead, Ashley. Don't worry.
But yes, I mean I agree with all the ladies and what y'all saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have to sit back and see what happens at this point. I want to see what he does when Amber's not around. He's been doing okay.
He's
He's
doing
been doing
okay.
okay. I would like to see more.
I have a
I like to
question for
see
you.
more. I would really like to see him stand on his 10 toes and really, you know, tell it like it is and not be a punk,
I like
you
that. So
know.
you say stand on 10 toes. What do you mean? When you say stand on 10 toes, what could he do? Let me ask those questions. Because now this is now for the man in the chat. What does a man need to do in this regard to stand on 10 toes? What does that look like?
I've here really getting to the nitty gritty of things, really, just really letting it everyone know that, hey, this is my wife. I'm in it for the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Shayla, I'm there for my son, but we are over. That's it.
Yes, again over Shayla. Okay.
And
Okay.
I just don't see him doing that.
You don't think him having
He's
anybody?
gonna have to surprise me because I don't believe he's gonna do that. I really don't. Because what we've always seen is him punking out every time Shayla and Angelina come around. He gets all sour, you know. So I would really be surprised. You would have to really surprise all of us.
So all the
You know
ladies
what
are
I'm
surprised.
saying?
No worries. All right. All right. Let me Laverne.
Yes.
Let me let Laverne jump in. Laverne, you jump in
Hi.
and don't.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Laverne, jump in. Ashley has just stated.
Uh,
Nanya has stated. Talk to
oh,
us.
I've
Based on what
been,
they're saying.
I've been waiting on this to jump in with this conversation.
Hop right
Let
in.
me say
Beat him
this.
up. Beat.
Let me say this. I've been watching it for the long haul. And the one thing that I am really concerned about more than anything, I don't think that, we're looking at Shayla, we're looking at Amber, and we're looking at Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm feeling sorry now for Kai
Mm.
because I really thought Anthony was going to do differently. I mean, I really thought that he's been like, if I want to be with my wife, I got to prove something to her. And one of the things that I thought he was going to do to prove it to
Amber.
to Amber was to say, "I'm not sure about this baby." But he's saying that, I mean, I know he took the DNA test, but he should know that that DNA test did not come from the hospital.
True.
And that should have been a red flag for him. But he's not trying to prove anything to Amber. And I'm really feeling sorry for Kai. Because Shayla didn't even push Kai to the side now. Because she's too busy trying to run behind Anthony.
I saw that. That's true.
And I guess I'm more concerned about kids because I can't have kids. So I'm always advocate for the kids.
That's right.
So I am really, really, my heart is going out to this little boy. But, and then I'm not going to talk too much about this situation because it really upset me. I know it's a skit, but this skit touches home so much because of the people that I've known. And there's been some
It's
good
real.
women,
Mm-hmm.
really good women
Mm-hmm.
who took me as back because of what Amber said today. I don't want to go back out in the street. I'm scared of what the street's gonna do. So I'd rather deal with the hell at home
Mm-hmm.
than to go out here and try to go back. Because yes, don't get me wrong, I've been with Reggie for 38 years. But at the same time, if things get too hectic, I'm 58 years old now, and I still look at me as being okay. I can still get a good man if I wanted to, but I'm not going to be afraid. I cannot be afraid because that will hold me back.
That is true.
And I know, and man, I got a lot of good friends who made those decisions and they are still married, but they're not happy.
I like that.
You
I
know,
like that.
they, yeah, they went along to get along. And Anthony, as you say all the time, O'Neill, whew, I'm always team Anthony. I'm always team Anthony and Anthony and Amber. But you know one thing, and then I'm gonna really stop. You know why is they trying to make the power couple Candace and Doofball Chase?
Yeah.
I don't get Amber. I know I'm yelling, but I'm sorry. But why did they make Amber and Anthony such the sorry two? Let's put it like that. The sorry two and got Chase and Candace on this pedestal. And they just doofus. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
They
you mean.
don't know how to go out there and hustle. Anthony and Shayla hustle. It ain't like they was born into money. They went out there and made the money. So okay, guys, y'all go ahead and finish talking.
That's no worries. Thank you very much for hopping on, Albert. No worries at all. No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. They Anthony just will have to pull one out for sure. For me, he's gonna have to pull one out. As I said before, when men get it very easily like that, they tend to mess it up. That's why I said what I said. It's just the truth. It's how we are. If you give us the chance of it get easy back, then we tend to become we get very lax. So, oh, okay, I got this. All right, since as we can just get whatever it is done and 2 time, you know what I mean. And okay, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. You know, I don't need to do anything at all. But yeah, in terms of the power couple, I would have loved to see, sure, Anthony and Amber be the power couple, but maybe they're gonna make them after this because I think their story has more into it. Okay, so there's something about Anthony and this baby. Anthony has always had a thing for this baby from with Chantel, and I think that's why sometimes we forget that with Anthony that he's been trying to get a child, and when you're trying to get a child so bad, those things will make you overlook a DNA test. Like I said before, in Jamaica, we're now at a point where it is 50-50. You could flip a coin and the kid is either yours or not. That's where it is in Jamaica now. No one knew this, but hey, that's what it is. It now has become where it's 50-50. It's either you're a kid or it may not be. Like, it really is that right now. You know, it was supposed to be something else, but that's what it is. And so men have been fathering these kids all this time. Now, and of course, there is something else in the culture that, and I'll give it to you like this. In other words, I think this is what's affecting Anthony because it's there. When a man passes a certain age, people start to clone him. Well, what do you mean you're 40 and you don't have any kids? Well, what do you mean you're 45? Hey, what's wrong with you? You know, why you have no kids at all? How come you didn't, whatever? It's like you start getting what you call now, it's peer pressured into having kids. And I think that that's starting to reach him. You know what I mean? That is starting to reach him. So that's exactly why. So I always have to remember what Anthony went through with the Chantel issue and realize that that's who he has always been, a guy who has always wanted a child. So in not check out anything, he's not really getting it. And besides, the show seems to have an issue with DNA tests. Maybe it's telling us something that in society, we don't do due diligence very well. We probably don't. We just probably don't because how many YouTube videos have you seen where it's until the kid is 16, 17, you finally decide for an actual DNA test? Like you never decided that you should have done one from before. You never had any suspicions. And then now the kid is 7 or 8 when the court system already tell you, well, hey, it's yours now because in some states you're stuck after a certain point. That's it. You got to take it. Whether it's yours or not, you have to take it. So that's what I saw pretty much with Anthony. Let me let you in on this, Nanya. Go ahead with that, Nanya. What's your take on that?
On the baby on Kai?
Yes.
Well, I'm a staunch believer, number one, that Kai is not Anthony's baby.
Mm-hmm.
But given that, the fact that both Kai's parents
Mm-hmm.
just Shayla walks away from a child. What it's hard for a mom to walk away from her child to chase some man. Number
That's what
one.
Laverne was saying. Mm-hmm.
Number two,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony is that typical runaway dad where the woman is yapping at his ankles constantly. He's going to go out the door and he's not going to come back. They're not married. And for Anthony, I think that's a big deal. Anthony's father left him because he was a Rolling Stone,
Mm-hmm.
right? So maybe that's what Anthony has in his head. I'll set up the Kai LLC and Kai will be taken care of forever. Now, as far as the DNA,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony has not thought to check the DNA because he doesn't think there's a problem with anything Angelina did or
Mm-hmm.
Shayla. So he's not even thinking about that. So we need something to trigger it. I don't like what Brittany did today. However, she threw facts out there. Forget Amber and changing her mind, the whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
The facts she spit out there, Anthony's going to have to address. And when
Mm-hmm.
she said a baby mama, that should trigger something in Amber. Check this baby. Whose baby is that? That baby doesn't even look like Anthony. To me, that baby looks like Zeus. But we don't have that storyline, right? The baby does look like Zeus. But again, we
It
don't
looks
have that
different.
storyline. But Anthony, his dad was a runaway dad.
Mm-hmm.
Just, what is it? Runaway child running wild?
Mm-hmm.
Or Papa was a Rolling Stone?
That's right.
That's Anthony right now. Where I think that if Amber gets pregnant and Amber is his wife, he is proud of Amber, whether he wants to admit it or not. That's his trophy wife, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to walk away this time, especially if there's nobody in their marriage. He's got to deal with Shayla. He's got to deal with Angelina.
Mm-hmm.
And poor baby Kai, who your baby daddy? Because
That's a
it's
good
not
question.
Anthony.
That's a good
I,
question.
I mean, that's all I got. I just don't believe that it is. Shayla's a hoe.
We can agree on that. Ashley, jump in. Ashley, jump in. Ashley, jump in.
Yeah, I think the name changing is what's going to
Trigger the
bring
DNA.
up this whole trigger the DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Um, maybe sometime in September, October.
Sometime in
Yeah,
October.
that's
Cause
why I'm
storylines takes a lot to
predicting.
move.
But
Mm-hmm.
because what we all saw was when Amber found out about, Shayla and Anthony was in
Mm-hmm.
December. So I'm kind of predicting maybe November. We'll definitely see a lot going on. Um, so yeah, the name change that really, I had to really bring that up because he did, in that episode when he was questioning Shayla, oh, how come you haven't, changed the name? You know, that's something he really should have looked into right then, but he kind of was like, I don't think she would ever do something like that.
That's it. I was
She
hoping it should
would,
be.
and
Mm-hmm.
she did.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to come up again very,
It's gonna
very
come up again.
soon. You know,
You think Amber can
yes.
trigger that? No, no. Nanya is making a point, and I'm gonna get Nanya in. Nanya, I'm gonna get you in. Nanya is saying
Just really
here.
quick,
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
the name change.
Mm-hmm.
And that's deliberate, as we know, right? That is Shayla's insurance policy. The
Definitely.
collie name,
Mm-hmm.
that's why she hasn't
Yes.
taken RB off that birth certificate.
That's
And ding
absolutely.
ding, Anthony didn't get it.
Hmm.
So I think Anthony kind of wants it to be his baby, but if Anthony wanted that, he would have pushed for it. And he did not.
That's true.
So
That's
we
true.
still
We can look
have
into
a
that, but
hanging
that's true.
Chad,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That is true.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's all I want to
Yes.
say.
Yes. And also, if he had a child, but it's like what Coco said. You brought all that friction, all that hell in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So then you lost a baby. Then you
Yeah.
lost another baby.
Uh-huh.
He had his chances of having a child, and he ruined it by letting all that mess come in the house.
So that's why they keep making people come in their house. That's the thing. That's my
Yeah.
biggest piece. Too many people are in, too many cooks are in the kitchen. Too many people in their marriages. And it's from both sides.
Yeah.
I used to flag it on Amber's side, but I've realized that Anthony has also put people in there
Hmm.
because he has also allowed Shayla to be in there. He has allowed Angelina to be in there. and he has allowed pretty much some to some extent Dalen to be there. So I'm gonna flag him too.
Yes.
Because it's too much, it's on both of their sides. I don't know how them have so much people coming into them thing. It's your marriage, you have to protect your marriage. It's just as simple as
Hmm.
that. Laverne, you wanna say something, Laverne? Go ahead.
Yeah, I really think they need to keep up with the counselor. I don't know if this counselor is a good counselor, but they really need to keep the counselor in their marriage because they both got a lot of baggage. They
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of baggage. And listening to Amber, when she was messing with I think this is her problem too. When she was messing with Wayne and then she met Anthony, she always thought that she wasn't good enough for Anthony because Anthony was this prestige type person, and
Mm-hmm.
and Wayne was just who he was. And so I think that this is going to be one of her biggest problems that she needs to overcome. And I really hope that they keep this counselor. I mean, maybe she's not a good one, but I really hope they keep a counselor in their marriage. And even if they have to go to the pastor
Yes.
for some counseling, I really hope they keep it in because I'm telling y'all, I'm really rooting for these two people. I am truly, truly rooting for these people
Hopeless
because I
romantics. We've always
know,
been rooting. Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm always putting that on my page. I'm Team Anthony and Shayla. I mean, Amber and
Amber. Mm-hmm.
Anthony. But at the same time, Shayla's messed up. I don't have no sympathy for Shayla because Shayla could have been differently, but Shayla mother and her father messed Shayla up.
Mm-hmm.
They never corrected Shayla when she do wrong.
That's true.
And Shayla
That
is
is
just
true.
living in this world, giving up the poom poom and trying to she really trying to fit.
That's true.
And she tried to find that guy. Mike would have, I mean, her and Mike, I thought was a good couple.
Mike did try. Mike did try. And
Yeah.
and Arby has tried as well too.
But she let Anthony get inside of her head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's when I really started hating Anthony. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but I really started hating him. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. Hey, he has they have written the character for you to have mixed feelings about
Yes.
him, so that's fine. It's okay. You are supposed to have those mixed feelings because, as I said before, we can't give him no more grace. The only grace we can't give him are the grace we have. That they never covered.
Yep.
That's
Hey, I just can't wait till this storyline to really really start getting good with the DNA
getting the
test.
peaks.
And Barbara, I got a question. Do
Mm-hmm.
you all think Sonny's pregnant? Even though that test came back negative, Sonny's still having a lot of symptoms of being
Yes,
pregnant.
You know
I do.
what? Possibly. Possibly. Y'all can come on and let me know what y'all think. I think so. I think it could possibly be that she's going to end up being pregnant. It may be. Mike has a tendency of, and let me turn everybody on. Mike has a tendency of being, what you call it now? Let me turn the mic on. Mike has a tendency of, some way, somehow, he gets bailed out of situations. He's
Yeah.
one of them that need lessons, but I don't know how he always escape these things. But he escapes them because right now I think he's in something. Because again, at first I really had liked Melissa as a personal because I said, oh, maybe she's gonna try for whatever it is. But after you get the chance to go to school and you don't do anything and then you drop out, then it kind of tells me you're not really committed, you're not really disciplined. So after that, I'm like, okay, you know what, forget it. Okay, it's one of those people that think they're entitled and think that the world owes him something else, and what I mean, oh poor me, what I mean, and I'm just in this for the money. So I realize that that's what she is there for, and she's not really genuine, what I mean. So now she's fighting all of these things, and what I mean, her family, of course, is on top of all of what's happening. They believe Mike has all this amount of money in the world. Rafi has been telling Mike, what's going on, but sometimes Rafi himself, I don't know, the blessed brothers need some blessing.
The Bless Brothers.
Yeah.
they need some blessings. They need some blessings. That is
I
for
definitely
sure.
think Sunny is pregnant for
Mm-hmm.
sure. I think that test may have came back negative, but it probably is still positive in some roundabout way. That would be a really good storyline.
It would be. It
So
would be if Sonny
yeah.
is. It actually would be. It would be. I think now they're trying to loop Sonny in certain ways. The good thing is that she and Shayla is no longer friends, so I can watch her a little bit. Because when she and Shayla was friends,
Mhm.
that's it. I was like, no, yeah, Shayla the same thing. I don't want to see y'all. It's enough to see Shayla already. I don't want to see two Shaylas on my screen. It's too much Shayla character, too much for me to be seeing. I already have to deal with the roosters. So I didn't want to have to deal with that again.
Rooster Nation.
Rooster Nation, I have to deal with Rooster Nation, is what it is.
Team member. Oh no, I can drop down if you want to bring somebody else up.
No problem. I'm gonna drop
Or I
down.
can
I'm gonna
stay
bring
here and hang
mommy.
out with you. It's okay with
You
me.
can I'm gonna bring mommy on because mommy has been trying to get on. Where mommy? Hold
Okay.
on. You want me to drop it? Hold on. Let me drop Nanya. I'm gonna drop you down. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
bring mommy on.
Okay.
All right, no problem.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, hold on, mommy. I'm gonna put you on. Mommy, there you
Rooster
go.
Nation.
Mommy, you're on.
Member. Oh no, I can drop.
There you go. Mommy, you're on. The floor is yours. Rooster
Hi,
Nation, Shayla,
everybody.
Brittany. Tell us where you have mommy. Talk to me.
Well, you know I hate the Rooster Nation.
You
I know hate is a strong word, but I do not like those ladies. Okay,
they're different.
and I don't like their sidekicks that are becoming into the Rooster Nation either. But
Mm-hmm.
that's another storyline. But
Uh-huh.
it's for Brittany, and you know I think Brittany wants to be a good friend. Brittany
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know how to be a good friend.
I believe that.
Um, Brittany is the type of personality that do as I say, and we're gonna be fine as friends. But if you have a difference of opinion from me, then Brittany tends to amp. She amps really high,
I like
and
that.
that bothers me a lot when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to the friendship because you gotta let friends be friends. Yes, Amber has to grow into her strength,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to allow that. I mean,
Thank you.
if she's not ready to give up her marriage, who are we to say leave your husband?
Totally
Now,
agree.
there's a lot of facets
Mm-hmm.
to that, and I
Mm-hmm.
agree with what Laverne is saying
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly. We need to keep some sort of therapy. We need to have some real dialogue. Ashley said it. They need to have some real conversations
That's true.
because if they don't have real conversation, this marriage is going to be doomed from the word go.
There we go. I
And
agree.
so what they have to do is sit down and say, okay, like tonight, I agree with Ashley. I'm hoping there's going to be a real conversation. She's gonna look at him and say, you know what? Brittany shouldn't have done what she did. It was disrespectful. However, I'm thinking about what she said. Is any of this true? Are you stringing me along? How do you plan on being in Shayla's life
Mm-hmm.
since this is your son, because everybody thinks it's his son, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But since everybody thinks that's his son, and Amber needs to come to the conclusion and say, okay, how do you know? Because if you're going to take him back, now hard questions have to be asked now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that Kai is really yours? Once that dialogue starts and he says, well, they were involved, Angelina, her head is gonna start turning and be like, so you didn't seal it, you didn't drop it off at the
Mm-hmm.
mailbox, you
That's
were
right.
just allowed them to tell you everything that's going on, so you really
Mm-hmm.
don't know if this is your son or not.
Right.
Look at who you're dealing with. Rooster Nation, everybody.
That's right.
You can't
That's
believe
exactly right.
nothing they
Mm-hmm.
say. You can't believe anything they say. Angelina wants her daughter to be on top and everybody else to be bottom. But she has the bottom feeder.
That's correct.
Sorry, you bred that. You bred that bottom feeder, and now you
Mm-hmm.
want her to rise to the top like she's some heavy whipping cream. Well, no, she's a crab in a barrel.
That
That's
is
what you
true.
raised. A crab in a barrel. And so I really, really do believe that this can work out if the right conversations happen, or if it doesn't work out, like Laverne said, Amber can walk away, like Nanya said, Amber can walk away saying, I did everything I could possibly do to
Mm-hmm.
save this marriage. And I can walk out in faith and find me someone else who is worthy of me. Because she's
Correct.
got to believe that. If she doesn't believe that, nothing
Mm-hmm.
none of us say is going to matter.
That's true. That's true. I want to piggyback on what you're saying here, mommy, because I think that was my biggest point last night when people were saying, oh, there's nothing out here in these streets. I don't like those speeches because it make it seem as though, God only gives you one thing. And if you get this
Right.
one thing wrong, then there's nothing else existing. And a lot of times we get that programming that there's nothing else out there. So in other words, you're trying to limit the greatness then of God. You're,
Right.
you're limiting what God has on the plane. How you know you can't find somebody else? How you know you won't get somebody
Absolutely.
better? How do you know that? You don't really know that. You know what I mean? A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. So you don't know if you can get two in the bush. You know what I mean? Not to say you can't keep the same bird in your hand. It's how you look at it. So I never like to hear, especially when it is like when the relationships are abusive or they've gone too far. Where it's like, come on, man. Like, I mean, you can't sit down and be taking all of this. However, on the same hand, I do understand what some people are saying, the whole idea of them trying for the marriage. And I like that. You know what I mean? Where if she decides she wants to try, it's her opportunity to try. Because maybe it is in Amber's mind. I'm thinking. Maybe because of the weighing thing, weighing on her heart so much. She believes that, you know what? Maybe I really need to try this for the sake of that. And so if she tries that, it would absolve, maybe that's the absolving moment of her to drop the entire Wayne thing and now think, all right, well, hey, you said the Wayne thing was here. Well, what about this? I tried all of this for your thing. And yes, you did this. And at that point in time, then she would have been freed. It would have been no more of her feeling excessively guilty because she has actually given him an entire chance. Like you get, she gave him a chance that it's not unrealistic because I've seen it before. It's not unrealistic. But it's one of those slim chances that a man gets. So it's what he does with that chance. Go ahead, mommy.
You know, just to piggyback on what you're saying, how do we know that Anthony is the one for Amber? If God truly.
Hold on, mom. Hold on, mommy. Your speaker's coming through weird. Check your phone.
Is that better?
No, it's not. It's not good. We can't hear you. Go again.
Okay, let me see. I said, how do we really know that Anthony is God sent? You
That's
know,
true.
they're thinking because they make vows.
Mommy, you're cracking up. Mommy, you're cracking up. Hold on, mommy, you're cracking up. Mommy, I think your mic is cracking up. I don't know what's going on. Your mic is cracking up. Speak again, mom. Just speak first.
How do we really know that Anthony was God sent for Amber? We
Mm-hmm.
don't really know.
We don't know.
And so she's got to do some strong praying still to make sure that he is the one that's supposed to be in her life. I'm hoping that he is. But if not, again, you got to make sure that that's what you really want. Because, again, you got to deal with Shayla, Rooster Nation, Kai. How are you going to do this, Amber, if this is really your kid, if this is really his kid? I don't think I could see Shayla. I don't think I could be around her like that. And if we are going to make that united front, once they talk, her and Anthony need to go to Shayla together and say what that visitation and all of that's going to look like instead of the united front from the word go. He shouldn't be going over there alone, trying to have conversations if this marriage is going to work.
I love that, mommy. Mommy, even though you're broken up, let me tell you what mommy was saying. So mommy is saying they gotta do it together. It has to be them going over here together. I really and truly believe that. Ashley, I'm certain you agree with that, and I still have her nodding her head as well too. I totally agree with that. That's what one of the things I was saying, that I'm at the stage now where, okay, the words don't matter to me. But I'm not the ladies. You ladies know what you want to see and what you want to hear. But my belief is that the words no longer matter that Anthony says, because really and truly, let's say they have a skit tonight and she asks him all those questions that Brittany is talking about. Yeah, him could tell you anything. The man could tell you any single solitary thing. I know we tell women a couple things, and it's never really true. You know what I mean? Way back in time, but you could say anything. You know what I mean? You can say any solid thing if you say it the right way, and it comes through. So really and truly, I think that Amber is more at a stage of looking. I would actually, if I was to give Amber any advice from a male perspective, I'd say, listen to me. Don't say anything. Just keep watching. Everything you want to know, you're going to see. It's either you see it or you don't see it. I would tell her, if I was to give her advice or to give a woman advice on these things, you need to watch. You need evidence. Maybe that's a different part of whatever it is. Because while men think in terms of romance, you know what I mean? Because women think in terms of romance. While men think in terms of romance, we also have a certain, all right, I'm just going to watch. Let me see exactly if you do this, if you do that, how you go about things, if your phone always, whatever it is, if your phone is where it needs to be. If let me just watch. I'm not going to tell you anything at all. Let me watch and inform an opinion, and then I'll be able to exactly have what I need to have from that. Then I can now come back to you and say, well, all right, you know what? I gave it 6 months or I gave it 1 year, and I've noticed you haven't done this, you haven't done this. I noticed you tried to do this, but then when you tried, you did this instead, or you did that, you tried to do that instead. And I think that that's exactly what I would say. But again, people want to see the conversations, and I'm like, conversations cool, but it's the actions that come after the conversations. I think that more than anything else, that maybe is what everybody's wanting to see. How he goes about this. But I could be wrong. Go ahead, Ashley. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I agree with you. Only she has to observe,
Mm-hmm.
and the trust is still gone. She doesn't trust him. you
Mm-hmm.
know, she has to observe him and see what is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Even though with that conversation that is probably going to happen tonight, she still has to see,
Mm-hmm.
put his words into action,
Mm-hmm.
because right now we all still see you as a liar,
That's right.
and because you've been lying this whole time. So how else are we supposed to receive you?
How do we? How we know?
So
Mm-hmm.
he has to really prove, and
Hey,
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like Coco said, vengeance. That's the worst kind, and you don't want that.
You
Definitely
don't
don't
want
want
that.
that.
That is true.
That's
That is
worse than
true.
karma. Worse
Mm-hmm.
than karma. So he better not mess up. He really gonna get it. He'll
So,
probably
so,
end up on Section 8 somewhere. I don't know.
so. Hopefully he doesn't. Skitlanta, jump in.
Hopefully he doesn't. But hey, you better
Hopefully
not
he
mess
doesn't.
up.
Hold on. Let me get Laverne and let me get Skitlanta. Laverne, go ahead.
Now I'm gonna let her go. I just gotta go. If you all can just say a prayer for my brother, he's been diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma cancer. So I'm
Oh.
finna get off and I'm gonna get on Zoom with him. So just pray for the Bircher family. Y'all have a great evening, okay?
All right, Laverne, we're praying for you right now. We're praying for you right now.
Okay, thank you
There
guys.
we
Bye
go.
bye.
Thank you very much, Laverne. Pray for Laverne. Go ahead, Skitlanta. Go ahead, you're on. Talk to me, Skitlanta. What do you have? Brittany, Amber, what do you have? Skitlanta, we got you on. Talk to us.
hey, how you
What do you have for
doing?
us? We're doing good. We're doing good. What do you have for us? Can you hear us, Skitlanta? Can you hear us? I think Skitlanta make. Can you hear us at all? Can you hear us? Skitlanta, can you hear us? I don't think she can hear us at all. Hold on, let me put you back on, mommy. Skitlanta, can you hear us? I think we're not able to hear
All
Skitlanta.
right, y'all hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Go right ahead.
You hear me?
We can hear you. Mm-hmm. We can hear
Okay,
you.
okay. So thank you for allowing me to speak on your podcast. Thank you so much.
No problem. Anytime.
Um, my feeling towards Anthony is I don't believe he's being honest.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe that he is. Do y'all hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I hear y'all. It's coming through a little delayed, but I hear you.
Delayed. We can hear you. Go right ahead.
No, I hear you.
We hear you. You go ahead. We can hear you.
I hear y'all. Y'all are good for me.
We can hear you.
Okay. All right. I think it's just a little delayed, but I hear you. I hear you. Um, okay, so my issue with Anthony, I don't think that he's being sincere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that he is sincere with Amber. I think he's just trying to take control of the situation on what's going on because he has not shown any change whatsoever. And just like Brittany said in her last video, everybody is facing consequences of their actions except for Anthony. Anthony is just reaping all the benefits of it. And I know how, and I want everybody to know my stance on this. I believe in marriage and I do not believe, I believe that you stand by your
Mm-hmm.
and that you honor your vows before God. I do not believe in whatsoever. But I do believe if you have a problem such as what they have, that we need to go to God in order to get some type of, we need a pastor or some type of counselor that can lead you the right way when it comes to this type of situation.
Okay.
But that's all going to take time. You need time in order to heal from that. Anthony is not trying to heal. Anthony keeps showing everybody red flags as to what he's thinking about. When they was on that porch last night, he said, I will give you half of my money. Just keep this one moment. He's telling y'all what he's thinking about.
Just
He,
half.
he he's talking about what he wants. He don't really care about what Amber wants. He's not worried about that. He's trying to lock her down so he can secure himself. This man haven't even thought went on his own supposed child. I know how everybody feel about the child, but my stance is it's not written into the story. The storyline is the storyline. That's his child. So if we're going off the fact that that's his child, he hasn't even checked on his child yet. He hasn't did anything. In fact, he has kept this woman secluded for him and him alone, trying to gain control of the situation. And we as women know once we sleep with a man, especially our husbands, and you love them, you're going to do what they want you to do because you want to be submissive. But what she needs is to see some type of change. I would rather for him to say, "Baby, I love you. I was wrong in this situation." I would want him to isolate himself because he has never been isolated from anybody. He went from Amber straight to Shayla.
True.
Amber was the one who's been healing and trying to find some type of why did this happen, and she went
That's true.
to God for answers. But what Amber is now doing is taking everything into her own hands. She prayed to God, but she didn't give God the chance to fix nothing. She got to allow God to fix her husband first. But in order for that to happen, he has to admit to he got issues. He has issues. He has control issues. He's a manipulator. He's all these things. And I know a lot of people like to blame Shayla. Shayla did seduce him, but Shayla did not make that man sleep with her. He was drunk. But remember, I want everybody to remember this. When he went back to Shayla, the next day he said, I wasn't that drunk. I knew what I was doing. That means he could have made the conscious decision not to do what he did. But yet he did it, and he continued to do it. I will give him grace for that first time because he was intoxicated. But if he says he was not that drunk, that he knew what he was doing, then he made the conscious decision to do that. And that's on him. And the marriage is between him and his wife. And although and so that way nobody should really be blaming Shayla, even though she is a problem. She is a problem in their marriage. It was his choice to step outside the marriage. The marriage is between the husband and the wife. And just like we offer advice, we can get advice from all the people we want. We can see all the things that we want to see. But the ultimate decision has to be for ourselves. And when there's fault, the ultimate fault will be on you. And because Amber has not required any change from her husband, because she is accepting it, because she's settling, y'all. She's settling. That's all she's doing. She's settling for her husband because her thing is, I don't want to be back out in these streets because what's out there? Remember, she dated Victor, Kelvin. She fell for, but once again, she didn't look at the fact that he was hugging his sister. She thought it was a woman that he was hugging. It was just his sister. So, but I don't promote her, going out and having other relationships as well. I think maybe Kevin probably would have been a better man if the situation warranted to be, right? I just think that they both need time apart. They need to be separate, get healing individually, allow God to join their marriage back together the right way. And then Anthony needs to show where he's going to step in and be the man. Okay, you made a mistake. If you want to say it's a mistake, you have a child outside your marriage. Well, you know how you fix that? You set boundaries, sir, within that relationship with Shayla. You're gonna have to, because y'all gotta understand, trust is broken in this.
It is.
The trust is broken. There is no more trust in this marriage. And Amber did not allow her husband to prove anything to her anyway. So she still don't have trust. So everything that man does, right or wrong, she's going to question. How many men will be honest and tell you they do not want to come home to a nagging wife? Well, she's getting ready to be a nagging wife. And although everybody likes to think Brittany is bitter, Brittany is bitter to a certain extent. But don't shoot the messenger, y'all. Listen to the message. The message is still the message of what it is. What he said was absolutely correct. Everything that she told him. And Amber and Anthony is going to have to take what she said, listen to it, and learn from it. Although Amber is not married and she's divorced, she knows what not to do in a situation. She can still give you advice as a previous married woman on what you should and should not do because she don't went through it and she hopefully has learned from it. Okay? But it's up to the person that receives the message to take out what you need to take out and what does not apply to you to release it from you. Because and every last one of us have to learn this, y'all. The reason why I relate so much to this storyline is because this is my life. That was my life. And I did not divorce my husband. My husband divorced me because of what he did, what he did. But in the midst of that divorce, I learned what I did wrong, what he did wrong, and I learned to forgive. But it doesn't always work out the way you want it to work out. Sometimes you're still going to have to go through whatever you're going to have to go through,
That's
right?
true.
Amber chose her husband. She chose those consequences of taking him back without change. And best to believe, she's about to go through hell and high water because of her choice. And people tend to flip back and forth between different people based off of the current situation instead of just looking at the full totality of the whole picture. People don't like to look at everything. They just like to look at what's going on with the time. I think so many people ain't even really looking at the whole show. They're just forming an
Mm-hmm.
opinion. but we have to look at we have to look at everything, every situation. We have to look at what's going on, what led up to that. Who was at fault? Do I feel Amber was at fault? Yes, I do feel Amber was at fault. Because one, you should have never entered into a marriage on false pretenses. If the only reason Amber married Anthony was because Wayne would not give her what she wanted, he was not going to change. So she accepted him, Anthony, because Anthony was ready to marry. At that particular moment in time, Anthony, even though he had flaws, I know that he had flaws, he was a good person for her. And she didn't want to let that go. Birds of a feather flock together. Y'all wonder why Amber and Shayla and Brittany are all friends. They all share some of the same characteristics of each other.
That's true.
Amber was all about money at the time she married that man. What she should have done was been honest and say, I'm not ready to be a wife because she was not ready to be a wife. You are not a wife when you get married. You are a wife or a husband before you get married. That's why a person marries you. You do not sleep with a man the day of your wedding and then think you're justified because you don't sleep with him again after the fact. You were wrong. And therefore she is reaping what she has sown and she is going through what she has to go through. People like to think that, oh, God forgive you once He forgive you. He forgive you for your salvation. But whatever you reap, you shall
Mm-hmm.
sow.
That
And
is
so
true.
she's going to have to go through what she went through, each and every last one of them. Everybody was at fault at this. And until people can look at themselves and say, where did I go wrong? Where did I mess up at?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to always be pointing a finger at somebody else when you really should be looking at yourself and fixing yourself. And right now, Anthony's not there. Anthony is not there at all.
Not
Amber is
yet.
almost there. But what's going to end up happening is Amber's going to get with this man. He's not going to change. And that bitter woman y'all think Brittany is, Amber is going to become. She's going to become a bitter woman because of her
That's a look
circumstances
at it.
she chose.
I like that. Thank you very much for that,
I don't know.
Skitlanta.
It's delayed for me, so I
Thank
got
you
to
for
wait
that.
till.
Thank you for that. Let me let Ashley give me your final words with that, with what you have, because I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna let Deontay reviews get on here. But go ahead, Ashley. Give me your response to that, based on what Skitlante is saying. I have some
Um,
views, but I want you to give me your views on that.
I think what Brittany said to her, she made some valid points. I think it was the wrong messenger.
There you
Maybe if it
go.
came from somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
because she's been doing a lot of crazy stuff.
I said
You
it
know,
again. Mm-hmm.
she's no one to talk
Mm-hmm.
about. You know, when it comes to all this, she been cheating and with two
Mm-hmm.
guys like and Dalen twice. Like, come on now. I mean, I just wish it came from somebody else. Candace,
That too. I
anybody. Go
appreciate that.
take it.
Someone else apart from that.
No, I'm sorry. It denied it shouldn't have came from her. You know what I'm saying? But she did make some valid points, and people have to live and learn. They make their own choices,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely agree that I always said it. This marriage was doomed to fail. I said it from the moment I saw that wedding. I said it's gonna go downhill. I already knew it.
They're
You
too many
know,
pieces into it.
um, just the way when it came about was just crazy. And then, I mean, and anytime you see your so-called friend trying on your wedding dress, I mean, come on. And she was very upset that day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that should have told you something right there that that girl
Which
ain't
is
your
true.
friend. Who
Which is
does
true.
that?
Which is
You know
true.
what I'm saying? I mean, she had some signs there and she chose to ignore it. You know what I'm
Very true.
saying? So, I mean, you live and you learn. I don't know what the outcome is of this, but I'm rooting for the marriage. But at the same time, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to be, it's not to be, so be it. So like I said before, we just have to keep watching and see what happens, see what the writers are
That's
going to
all.
do.
That's all
So
it is. That's all it
yeah.
is. But no
All
worries.
right, well, it was nice chatting with you guys. To keep tuning in, and I love that rooster song only, so I'm gonna
I'll keep playing the
always
rooster
tune in
song.
for that.
No worries. Thank you very much, Ashley. I'm gonna put
All right,
Deontay on. Thank you very much,
all right,
Ashley. I appreciate
bye.
you. All right, let me get Deontay on, and then after this, I'm going into final words. Deontay, you're finally on the panel. Mommy, I'm gonna get you in there. Give me a minute, Deontay. You're finally on, Deontay. I know them asking, so let me get you on. Mommy, respond to the whole idea of Shayla not being, because Skitlanta kind of made a claim here, and she was saying, hey, Shayla, is really not the one we should be looking at. Respond to that for me, Mommy. Hold on, Mommy. Let me get you. There you go. Go ahead, Mommy.
Okay. I definitely agree with Skitlana.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony does have a part in this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he shouldn't, he's the one that took the vows. However, that's her sister. At least that's who Shayla claimed to be.
Mm-hmm.
She claimed to be her sister. This is my bestie. You're my ride or die. I can't even imagine looking at someone that my sister even thought about. So
Exactly.
that's where it gets me for with Shayla.
Mm-hmm.
Shayla was always on the outside looking in awe of what Anthony brought to the table. She had an agenda from where it go. The first time she met Anthony, I'm telling you, I saw it in her eyes. There was an agenda. So she is not a true friend. I don't know if she even knows how to be a true friend because it's all about her, in my opinion. It's all about her. That's the way she was raised. You're the creme de la creme, like I said before, and everybody else is beneath you.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't get behind Shayla in any of this antics because again, that was her sister that she
Okay, I
did this
rock with you.
to.
I rock with you, Mommy, because I've seen Shayla around Sonny, and I saw what she did with Sonny, so I realized it's a trait. I've also seen her with no Piari, and it's almost like she's trying to do the same thing. Shayla has always been like
Yeah.
that. I've seen her with Liz, the next little friend that she had before,
Yeah.
and she did the same thing. So that's why the Shayla character for me could never be absolved because I've seen her too many times. I've observed the same behavior a couple times, and I said, "Oh, okay, then there we go. That's who you are. This is no,
Even her
I'm
own
just giving you."
sister,
Thank you.
O'Neill. Even her own sister, she can't even rock with her. She can't lift her up. It's always something negative coming out of her mouth
Thank you very
when it
much.
comes to others.
Thank you very much. I
Just
must be
saying.
on top. If I'm not on top, then hey,
That's
nothing
it.
is right. No worries. Deontay,
Nothing.
I'm gonna get you on. Thank you, Mommy. Hold on. Deontay, get in. You're on, sir. You're on. Finally. Let me hold on. There you go.
What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
What's up, y'all?
We did the phone go off?
Man, I was upstairs asleep and my phone went off. It went all the way off.
Did the phone go off, Deontay. Let me check my
It
phone.
went off. It went off. I said, I gotta get on here. I gotta get on here. No, but what's up? First of all I want the first thing I want to say is I love each and every one of y'all. Mm-hmm. O'Neal, shout out to you because you've been doing this long before I even came up here. Okay, you have been setting the tone and setting the pace for all men in these Country Wayne skits in these Country Wayne streets. And so shout out to Skit Lanta, Commentary, Ashley, everybody who's been on. I've been listening to y'all. And let me just be clear about something. Because I know a lot of y'all think that I hate the fact that Amber and Anthony get back together. I'm gonna explain to y'all what it is. When I look at Amber, I see my mother. I see my grandmother. I see my aunts. I see my cousins. I see women who are around me, who I've had to watch them go through relationships with men, watch them go through marriages. And as a fellow African American who's had to watch them deal with other black men, it does something to me to see this. It's very triggering. So when I come at Anthony, I'm the kind of man to where I hold other men, especially black men, accountable. And even though Amber has not been privy to the stuff that's been going on at Shayla's apartment, at Angelina's house, we've been privy to that. So when I see certain stuff, I can't help but hold black men accountable and call stuff out for what it is. Okay? Now, the fact of the matter is, they did what they did last night. Some of us was in our feelings, the hopeless romantics, they was happy. Whatever the case may be, the fact of the matter is we are here now. So my point is, what's going to happen moving forward? And somebody brought it up earlier. What about Kai? Kai is the real victim in all of this. True. Kai didn't ask to be here. Mm-hmm. Okay? Kai still chewing on batteries from the remote in the efficiency that his mother living in. Like, I just want to give my nephew some fruit snacks and some chips, some Utz, some Cheetos, so he can be happy. Okay. Then here's the other thing that I was thinking about, because a lot of people been coming at Brittany hard. I think the issue is Brittany wasn't wrong in what she said. I think the issue that people are having is it's like serving good food on a dirty plate.
Thank you.
And the fact is that everybody knows Brittany's dirt. So she wasn't wrong in what she said. I ain't find no lie in what she said. What she said was true. But my thing is this: at the end of the day, as Amber's friend, I think today should have just been the last day that she is going this rant with Amber about how she feels. Because the reality is, a lot of us sometimes when we have family members who we see go through stuff, they vent, they tell us stuff. And they call us on the phone, keep us up at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, crying, venting. Mm-hmm. And then when they randomly make a decision to go back, we still stuck with the frustration. We still stuck with the anger. We still stuck with man, you told me all this stuff and you went back. Like, what's happening? Mm-hmm. What's going on?
Energy transfer.
So, yeah. So, and here's the thing. The other piece that I struggle with is, it's clear, I feel like Amber has some low self-esteem issues. And my question is, this was a perfect time for her father to be present, to affirm her, to speak life into her, to tell her that you are my daughter. You know, the same way Brody was affirming Shayla, even though we can't stand Shayla. Right. But where was her dad? And I think that's part of the problem. I think, especially as men, if we affirm our daughters, if we affirm our sisters, if we affirm our mothers, if we affirm our cousins who are women, I think a lot of times they would think twice before saying, hey, I'm going to go back to this crazy situation. Because the thing that stuck out the most to me was, it's nothing out there in the streets. So I would rather stay. Mm-hmm. So I would rather stay where I feel safe and where I'm comfortable. Mm-hmm. But see, sometimes you gotta think about it this way. Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable to be comfortable in God. If we're saying that God is trying to order her stuff. And see, here's the other thing, and I'm a preacher and I can say this. So here's the thing. A lot of people have been throwing this thing around, what God put together, let no man put asunder. The reality is there are some relationships that God ain't had nothing to do with. The reality is some of these relationships and some of these marriages, y'all chose them even with the red flag. And God been trying to give you red flags, but you've been ignoring them. And now that you've been ignoring them, now you want to blame God for the situation that you're in, when God was really trying to tell you the whole time what was going on. That's true. But see, the thing about it is Amber was so distracted even in her courting process. even in her engagement process. Why? Because she was still fooling with Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the day, I get it. You did all this stuff before you got married to Anthony, right? But here's the thing. We always say you reap what you sow. If you want to know a tree, you'll know about the fruit it bears. I've never seen an apple tree just bear one fruit.
That's true.
So could this very well be just a long-term thing because of what she did to Anthony? She's just getting this now Kai, now Shayla, now Angelina, now he going back and forth, now all this stuff. And so she got to make a decision. I think, okay, you here? If this is what you really want, I respect it in spite of how I feel about it. But at the end of the day, don't come to me crying the next time you hurt your feelings. Because what you're doing is you're going to get me frustrated all over again. But I mean, hey, I think at this point, all of us, even though we disagree, let's just agree to disagree. If you like them together, fine. I'm going to sleep at night because I was snoring last night. I really was. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was snoring. I was out. But listen, the thing about this is, at the end of the day, we're here. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where it unpacks. The last thing I'm going to say this, and I'm going to shut up. Y'all notice that Angelina and Shayla been missing the last 2 days.
I'm telling you right now, when they come back, they're coming back with fire.
And listen, watch the chain of events change now that she done said, I'm going to take him back. Watch how they come at Anthony. Watch how they come at Amber. Mm-hmm. It ain't going to be, because now she gonna have to think, is this what I really want? And she's never really asked the real questions that needs to be asked. Anthony, what is your involvement going to be with Shayla? How are you going to co-parent? Mm-hmm. Are you going to pick up Kai? Are y'all going to meet at a neutral place? Mm-hmm. Like, he has not given her any assurance that he's not going to go back other than just cooking. Anybody could cook a salmon dish. Anybody could cook some pancakes and waffles.
Anybody can wash some plates. You're supposed to do that.
And whipped cream. Anybody can do that. Mm-hmm. I can do it. And I don't even like cooking. But, I mean, anybody can do that. But what I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again. There has been no real transformation that Anthony has proven, because the reality is, outside of that time he left the house and Angelina called him, he's been at their house. So it's really going to tell when he leave their house to go check on Kai, if he going to check on Kai.
That's right.
He ain't. And so, and at the end of the day, listen. So, and I can say this because I've been divorced before, so I know what Amber's going through. So I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. I understand what this is like, And at the end of the day, I remember when I met my wife that I'm married to now. And one of the things she told me was I had to co-parent with my ex. And she said, and she came in my marriage with a son. And she said, one of the things I love about you is not only do you love my son, but I seen how you take care of your kids before you take care of mine. Mm-hmm. And so for Amber, that should be another sign. He ain't checked on Kai not one time since he's been at that house. If that's supposed to be your son.
That's true. And
if you can easily walk away from a child that's supposed to be yours, then what makes me think that you're going to stay when it gets hard here?
That's true.
Like, these are the real stuff that she got to ask herself, And so this is why I'm so hard. And guess what? I ain't apologetic about it. I don't care. Y'all can fry me all you want to. I'm a whole man. I'm staying 10 toes down on it and give me some popcorn and watch these skits. And it's going to be what it's going to be. I love y'all, though. But yeah, I just want to hear the rest of y'all, though. That's all I got to say.
It's final word time, because we've been on for a while. We're almost on for like 3 hours. But I'm gonna give you your hold on, Deontay reviews, because I know you have to promote your stuff. Mommy, give me your final word, and then Skitlanta, give me your final word, and Deontay reviews made a promotion I know you have for your conversation with Faith is a Substance. Go ahead, Mommy.
My final words are: Anthony, grow a pair, stand up, be a man, actually stand on business. If you want Amber, go in it with your full chest. If you don't, leave her alone, because she truly, I believe, wants her man. Okay. And so that's where her heart is at. And if you're not there, leave Amber alone. Final word.
All right. Thank you for that. Skitlanta, final word. What do you got? Final word. I think Skitlanta is delayed, so let me get Skitlanta to do her final word. Skitlanta, can you hear us? Let's see. All right, Deontay, go ahead and give me a final word, Deontay. Give me a final word.
Let's just watch and see how this unfolds. That's all I got to say.
When is your date? Go ahead. Tell them when is your the live. The
Oh,
live.
so I'm doing a live with Faith is the Substance. She was on earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be at 7 p.m. this Wednesday,
Okay.
July 30th. It's going to be Faith. Look her up. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, look her up. Faith is the Substance. And I'm going to be sharing it on my page. She asked me to come on. I think she wants to talk to me about my page, how I got started, and some other things that I have going on with life and just my thoughts and some things. So y'all check it out. And we're gonna be chopping up. I'm gonna be doing the live soon. I'm gonna get it together. I know y'all been wanting to talk to me and ask me questions and stuff, so I'm gonna be getting it together soon. But O'Neal, man, thank you so much. You my brother. I'm glad you reached out. I'm glad we've been connected. And yeah, you got to get you an email, man, so people can reach out.
I will. I know y'all are trying to reach me. I'm gonna get an email. I'm gonna make sure I get an email for everybody. You know what I mean? That's watching the shows and watching everything. You know.
And look, I ain't know you could sing too. You be singing, boy. I swear for God.
I try every now and again. I try a little something here and there.
Brother Freaker. I love that. That was a hit, boy. It was going to the top. It was number one. I said, oh, nigga. I said, he better sing. He better sing. She's dang Brother Freaker. I was killing it, boy. You killing it. Let me get out of here. I love y'all.
Guys, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, y'all. We'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you very much.